The James Whale Show on Talk Radio.
Let's hope there's not going to be civil war in Canada. And let's hope that nothing crashes into the moon either, or we're all going to be...
Who's crashing into the moon?
Well, apparently if the moon moves, we've had it.
Yeah.
So you've got to be very careful about that, my friend.
Mess around with... Weren't the Chinese going to nuke the moon once?
They were thinking of it, and they're thinking of mining it, and if it moves, we're going to wobble and we might fly off the Earth.
Okay, well...
That's not a good thing, is it?
That's not a great thing.
Yeah, the air conditioning is affecting my throat
You've
at the moment.
You've been coughing like an old docker today.
Yes, no, and I've never smoked.
Someone needs to clean the spittle. Can you clean?
No, I can't. Ash normally does that. But I've got a little. I've got a little
what?
A little thing. Well,
don't feel so bad about yourself.
I don't mind. It's always worked. It's always worked okay. I don't need to worry about it.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Hey, there's a matter.
Here and now, let's get this straight.
Dick.
Boogaloo, baby, I made it great.
Corny.
Because I gave it the Latin beat. You know, child, I'm kinda hard to beat. Just commence your feet to skate. Pick up your arms and make it shake. Baby, if you think you're shy, do me a favor, honey, go someplace and hide.
We are yay close to Pete Rodriguez coming on the show. I'll get Katherine to give us a Pete Rodriguez update later on.
Yay close. Yay close.
Alan, do you think you can take this home?
I like it like that.
Now, where you go?
I like it like that. 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 I like it. I like it. I like it like that.
He likes it.
I like it. I like it like that. 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 She like it like that. She like it like that. They like it like that. I like it like that. They like it like that.
Keep going, buddy.
They like it like that.
Keep going.
They like it like that.
I'll tell you when we've had enough.
They like it like that. He like it like that.
I'll tell you when we've had enough.
I'll tell you what, they like it like that on Talk Radio.
What a start to the week, the late night alternative. I am Ian Lee. Who are you, lady?
I am Catherine Boyle.
We got Sam answering the phones, 0344 499 1000. It's only Alan Caddick on the phones. Evening, cats.
Evening, boss, evening, Cam.
What a start to the week. This is the first 5 minutes on Monday. Flippin' heck, man. I'm excited. It's going to be some week this week, Alan. Some week. For 3 hours every night, we can all forget how shitty our lives are. Ha! Yes!
Please don't.
Sorry? Hello? He's gone.
This is a Trump Brexit, please don't.
No, well, for now. Now, Alan.
Yes, boss.
What have you called in for tonight?
I'm wondering, I want an update on Pete Rodriguez.
What was that, Catherine?
He wants an update on Pete Rodriguez.
I teased the listeners that we were getting closer to getting Pete Rodriguez on the show. Catherine, could you please give us tonight, as Pete Rodriguez who sang that song, by the way, could you please give us the first of this week's, I'm suspecting, many Pete Rodriguez updates?
Well, I got in touch with a record company that puts his records out, and they're called Fania.
Mm-hmm. Now, as in I'm a big fan of your work, or...?
No, as in, I'm guessing maybe the end of a woman's name, like Estefania or Epifania, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, Fania Music.
Okay.
So I asked about them and I said...
I don't wonder where that's coming from.
Could anyone please, from Fania, help me get in touch with Pete Rodriguez?
Yes.
And nothing happened all weekend.
No.
And then I came into work and I noticed I had a message. And it was from AR at Fania.
Yeah.
R Fania, if you will.
Sounds legit.
Feel free to email our vice president at Craft Latino.
Yeah.
Gave me an email address. He'd be able to help you out. Cheers.
So you've emailed?
So I did.
And?
I got an immediate response. Hi, Catherine. Let me reach out and I'll get back to you. Regards, Bruce.
Alan, what do you make of that?
I like it like that.
Wow! Really?
I like it like that.
That's incredible. Are you happy?
I like it like that.
Yes, man. Thank you, Sam. You're quick. Well, apparently you like it like that, Alan.
I do indeed.
Yeah, you dirty.
I like it like that.
All right, here we're gonna play a game, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna set it before you do it, okay?
Okay.
It'll either be fast, normal, or slow, right? First one to get 3 is right. Catherine, you can call first. Is it gonna be? I've set it already, okay? So I can't change the speed. Is this I Like It Like That by Alan going to be fast, normal, or slow?
Fast, Caddick.
Alan, what do you think?
I'm going to go fast.
You can't go fast. Catherine's gone fast.
Well, I'll go normal.
Okay. Oh, hang on a minute. I've done. Hang on. Sorry. Technicals. Here we go.
I like it like that.
It was fast.
Boom.
1-0 to Catherine. Okay. I'm going to set it again. Alan, you get to go first. Fast, normal, or slow?
I'm going to go slow.
Okay, Catherine.
I'm going to go fast again.
Okay, I'm not touching it.
I like it like that.
It was fast. Catherine, you get to go this time. Is it fast, normal, or slow? If you get this one right, you've won. First of 3.
Slow, Caddick.
Okay. What do you reckon, Caddick? Fast, normal, fast or normal?
Normal.
Okay. Oh, for Christ's sake.
Technicals again.
I
like it like that.
Normal. That was normal.
2-1.
2-1. Alan, I'm going to set the speed. Fast, normal, or slow, Alan?
I'm going to go normal.
Okay, Catherine, fast.
Sticking slow.
You're going to stick slow. Okay, here we go.
I like it like that.
It's 3-1 to Catherine. Alan, you do not like it like that. Get off my radio show. We've got a game. Alright, let's have a quick round. Sam and Catherine, a quick round of boots and ting, right? I got boots and ting. This is normal, okay?
See me my boots and ting.
So, we're gonna have a quick round, okay? I'm gonna set it to a speed. It's set to a speed. Sam, you can go first. Am I gonna do see me in my boots and ting, fast, normal or slow?
Fast.
Catherine?
Slow.
Okay, here we go.
See me in my boots and ting.
It's slow. 1-0. Okay, we're gonna mix it up a little bit. Catherine, fast, normal or slow?
Normal.
Okay,
I was
Sam?
going to say that. I'll go fast then.
Fast. Okay, here we go.
See me in my boots and ting.
1-0. This is a great game, guys. 03444991000. We're playing boots and ting. So it's your go, Sam. I'm just gonna do something with the speed here. Fast, normal or slow?
Normal.
Catherine?
Fast.
Okay, here we go.
See me in my boots and ting.
2-1.
That'll never not be funny.
Okay. We're gonna go fast. Catherine's go. Fast, normal or slow? It's 2-1.
Slow.
Slow?
Go fast again.
You're gonna go fast again?
See me in my boots and ting.
Normal.
It's normal. 2-1. Sam, your go. I'm gonna do... Okay, Sam.
I'll go slow.
Slow? Catherine?
Fast.
Okay.
See me in my boots and ting.
It was normal.
Normal again.
This is tense. And possibly quite dull for the listener. I don't care. Catherine, fast, normal or slow?
Fast.
Sam?
Slow.
Okay.
See me in my
Boots
boots
and
and
ting.
ting.
It was slow 2-all. This is it. This is the decider. Sam, your turn. Fast, normal or slow?
Fast.
Catherine, slow or normal? See me in my boots and ting.
Normal.
You're going for normal. Just remind me what you said, Sam.
Fast.
See me in my boots and ting.
There we go. If anyone wants a game of See Me in My Boots and Ting, we are totally up for playing that. It's just, oh man, I don't know. There's not a lot in the papers, right? There's nothing big enough has happened that I feel we have to talk about it, you know, around the politics. There's nothing big enough has happened that it feels we have to keep the, welcome to Lucy King, who's a brand new listener, just found it tonight. Let's see if we can keep Lucy for more than 60
Lucy
seconds.
King, in a boots and ting.
Lucy, welcome! The rest of the station is much further to the right than this, okay? We are a fun show. Everything else is hosted by fascists, it would appear. So please don't listen to anything else apart from this. There's nothing really happened big in the news today. Here's the thing. Sometimes we're going to have to carry on some of the big news stories of the day, okay? So sometimes we'll have to. We'll just have to. But there doesn't appear to be anything today that warrants us doing that. So I was looking in the papers. There's not really a lot in the papers. So I thought tonight's phone-in, if we need one, because you know you can phone in about anything, right? You want to play Boots and Ting, we'll play that. You want to phone in, you want to talk about politics, we'll do that. Anything you want to phone in about, 0344 499 1000. But I thought we could draw up a list of a reverse Noah's Ark, right? So if we could get rid of all the animals that are useless or we dislike.
Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll trick them. We'll tell them there's going to be another flood. We'll put them in an ark and then we'll set fire to it. We won't set fire to it. That would be too
We'll
much.
send it to the special farm.
Yeah. But let's, okay, we'll nuke it or something. We'll do something. But we're going to create a reverse Noah's Ark where every animal we dislike or is pointless goes in there and we never have to see them ever again. I'm going to start with donkeys.
Oh no.
Yes, going to put donkeys in there. I like the, but we can record
They're
that.
Sweet little things.
We can record. They're not. They're thick. And they put them in with, like other animals to keep the other animals calm.
Yes.
Well, what's the point of that? Give the other animals tranquilizers. We've got chemicals to do that. We don't need donkeys. I'll keep asses. I'm a big fan of an ass. I love an ass. I like getting my hands on a nice ass. I love petting an ass. A bit like our Prime Minister. It was the thigh.
He denies.
Yeah, come on. No, seriously, I love just driving past a field full of asses. Pretending I'm saying ass like an old bum. But an ass, you've got the innuendo of an ass. A donkey, I'm a donkey. Oh, yeah, horse? No. Can I ride you? Not anymore.
Yeah, you can.
Not anymore, you
really?
can't. Not anymore. Health and safety. They've banned donkeys from beaches. Apparently it's cruel.
Oh, I bet it is
Why don't we say cruel? Why don't we say gruel? Well, we should, hang on, gruel is how you pronounce gruel. It's not gruel.
I know.
And then we do
They just
cruel.
changed it for the song, didn't they?
Well, but don't, because
Gathering winter fuel.
But fuel.
Well, I told you.
Gruel.
We were talking the other day about the pronunciation, the Mancunian pronunciation of smile. And I said sometimes it has...
Smile.
Sometimes
That's
it has...
3 syllables.
Thinking what's it?
Two thingy what's sitting on a tree.
Syllables.
One named Peter, one named Lee. Fly away. No. So we're going to get rid of animals tonight, guys. We're going to put them in. That's if you need something to hang your coat on, as it were. Otherwise, you can just give us a call about anything you want. 0344 499 1000. Pennies to call up. Generally free for most of you, but pennies. You speak to Sam. He's taking the calls tonight. Will take your name and number. Won't even ask you what you want to talk about. He'll just put you straight on the air. This is the Late Night Alternative, weeknights from 10. I'm Iain Lee. She's Catherine Boyle. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
Monday. It's Monday. We were going to have the editor of Chat It's Fate tomorrow, but something's come up that she didn't see coming. Her husband's not very well, so shame on you who laughed. But hopefully she's going to come in next week. We'll either do it on the phone this week or she's going to come in. I'm going to see if she'll come in because I'm keen to see if she can do it without breaking a smile. See if she starts giggling.
Do you think she'll hook us up with Roy DeLune?
Well, this is it. We want to get Roy DeLune on. For those who don't know, Chat It's Fate is just, you know those magazines, my husband tried to kill me, but then I had his baby and told I had 3 days to live, 15 years later I'm still here. It's like that, but about ghosts.
Yeah. So the latest edition I've got here, I say latest, it's for November 2019 because it's that magic.
Yep.
Get Rich with the Help of the Dead. My wife was a gift from the fairies.
The Help of the Dead.
You're going to die, Mummy, and my son was right. Small title, doomed. 3 decades of hell because I summoned the devil. Sent by aliens to save the planet, destiny. I smell lilies, then death follows. Corpses talk to me. Sawain, spells to make you shine.
Spells, you say? We'll do some spells on the show. We'll do some spells. Anyway, I think it's Amanda, isn't it? Yeah. She's hopefully going to come in next week. I need to speak to her. There she is. There's a picture of her there. I hope your husband gets well soon, Amanda. Magnet fishing. We've talked about magnet fishing. Hello?
Sorry, I opened Chat It's Fate. It's a fatal combination.
Maybe we'll have a look in there later on. We've talked about magnet fishing before. This is when you get a big magnet and you sort of go on a canal, I think it is, and you get all the crap that's on the bottom. And sometimes people find guns, because guns and knives actually used in stabbings get chucked in the canal. Is it true? We've talked about this before. I think it is true that in every canal, almost every canal, there's a plug. Like a giant plug. I'm sure this is true. This can't have been a wind-up. In every canal, there is a giant plug that, like a bath plug, that you can pull up, and the whole canal gets sucked off. You're Googling it again. She's Googling it because she doesn't believe me. This is what I deal with, right? This is what I deal with. I know stuff. I know.
But you weren't sure.
I won Mastermind. I won Weakest Link. I won Ready Steady Cook.
You cheated on Weakest Link.
I did. I cheated twice on that, which shows how canny I am. And you've Googled it, and I'm right.
You weren't sure. I was fact checking.
Also, Killbook could have been a great phone-in.
All right, well, I won't tell you the answer then.
Well, I know the answer. Yes, they have plugs.
I've got a brilliant story here.
Go on then.
Chesterfield Canal. This is 7th of August 2018.
0344 499 1000, by the way.
Chesterfield Canal is celebrating an unusual milestone this weekend. It's 40 years since a worker unknowingly pulled the plug and drained a 1.5 mile stretch of waterway.
Yes, mate! Yes! That's the kind of F-up I'd make if I did a manual labour job. That's why I have to sit and do this rubbish.
The story goes that in the summer of 78, one of our teams, then British Waterways, had been tasked with dredging a busy stretch of the canal near Retford. They were getting rid of tons of mud from the canal bed and pulling out rubbish when they came across a heavy chain. With much effort by the men and their workboat, the chain was removed, and on the end of it was a lump of wood. The group thought nothing of it and headed to lunch. Little did they know that whilst enjoying their break, thousands of litres of water were swirling out of the canal and into the River Idle.
Oh, mate!
On their return to the site, they were greeted with an empty waterway and several annoyed boaters who'd been left high and dry. It went down in local history as a mistake of epic proportions, and 10 years on, a canal festival was held to mark the auspicious occasion. 4 decades later, the story is well-loved as ever, so we've decided to commemorate the day once again with a community event. Right, but there's this brilliant picture of the bloke that pulled the plug.
And they've actually released a recording of it. Have you heard the recording of it? Here we go. This is a recording of, what's the name of the canal?
It's the Chesterfield Canal.
This is it being drained in 1978. Here we go. Surprisingly quiet. You'd think it would be a lot louder. So there are plugs. Okay, well that's good. That's something we've learnt tonight. Well, I knew it. But magnet fishing.
Yeah.
And now someone the other day was saying, it was someone, I was sort of, you know, when you sort of see a conversation, you're in a conversation. If I'm in a conversation for too long on Twitter, I tend to mute the conversation. Not the people involved, but mute the conversation once I've got the gist. But there was one of our regular contributors on Twitter, and I cannot remember who, I think you may have had a beard in your picture, was telling me I should take the boys magnet fishing, my children, not my mates, although my mates would probably enjoy it as well. And then someone joined in, and it turned out that this guy had actually, I think, found some guns, like proper shooters that had been used a few years before in an armed robbery, and it was in the local news, and it got on telly, and all of that stuff. And I've been thinking a lot about magnet fishing. Is it just canals? Do you need a license? Because you need a license to go fishing. Where is it just where can you go? I want magnet fishers to call in and tell me their magnet fishing stories and how easy it is. What is it? You get like a horseshoe magnet and tie it on a bit of string. Where do you get these? Do I need
Acme? That's where you get the big magnets.
Get it from Acme. Yeah. Do I need like special equipment to do it? Do I need like a super strong? Do I need a waterproof magnet? I don't know.
How do you get things off the magnet?
Well, this is the thing. I genuinely, it sounds like, and you know me, Catherine, it sounds like the kind of nonsense I would be well up for.
Yeah.
I'd be up for it for about 3 months, like I was with geocaching, and then, I don't really think about it now, because they've changed the geocaching up. You have to pay now for some of the geocaches. They're not all free. They were all free 6 months ago. So I don't tend not to go geocaching anymore. Sam's looking at me as though I've got that wrong. Have I got that wrong?
I just find that a bizarre concept to make you pay for that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought the point was it was supposed to be made by the public for the public to do.
Maybe I got it wrong. So we need, okay, well, are they charging for geocaching now? Magnet fishing, what do I need? And where do I go? And am I just gonna get, like, old grifters and stuff?
Supermarket trolleys.
Yeah. Or what? Because when you go, Sloop and Chris, I'll be with you in a minute, I promise. 0344 499 1000. When you go metal detecting, generally you don't find anything. Generally you don't find anything. If you're lucky, on a good day, you might find a couple of old Edwardian coins, right? Once in a year, you might find like one of the metallic, you know, like an old Roman cock ring. They found one recently that was claimed it was worn by Shakespeare himself when he was pushing them out.
Ye gads.
So, what are the odds of me... Hello?
Sorry.
Every time. That's disrespectful to me, but I accept that. More importantly, it's disrespectful to the listeners.
Oh, well.
Yeah, screw those guys. If I go magnet fishing, what are the chances I will get something... I want a good hit rate. I want a really good hit rate. I also don't want to look like a pervert.
Well...
On the canal towpath. Don't want to look like a pervert. So, did you see the picture of me at my boys' football the other day with the cap on? I had my glasses on because I can't see too far anymore. Well, I can. They help a little bit. And my moustache and my flask. And as Dredge said, you look like someone's dad, which of course you are. But I look like someone's dad now. Outrageous scenes. 0344 499 1000. We're going to get rid of animals. We're going to create an inverse Noah's Ark. Geocaching and magnet fishing. This is some show, guys. It's either that or Brexit. Choice is yours. 0344 499 1000. The late night alternative. Catherine Boyle and Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Closing time conversation for tax inspectors, taxi drivers and taxidermists. Great big talk for the wee small hours.
You've been trolling me big time, mate.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Hey, James says you do have to pay for geocaching. It used to be a low one-off payment and now it's monthly. I was a regular participant until they changed it. Magnet fishing is the future. I thought they had. I went on the app and some of the geocaches weren't available to me. They were locked.
I was pretty sure that was the way it was before. You got some free ones and then if you wanted the full thing, you had to pay.
I've got a tooth coming out, eh?
Oh, no. No, don't pull it out.
I've got a tooth. Ow.
Right? I thought that was going to come out then.
No, didn't come out. Right, let's take some calls. We've been chatting too long. Let's go to our good friend Dean. Good evening, Dean.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I am on top of the world, Dean. How are you on this holy Monday?
Sweet as a nut, mate. I'm all right. I was just wondering about you like you're playing games and stuff, right?
I love my playing games and stuff.
Virtual reality.
Oh, yes, mate.
Isn't it good? It is good, isn't it?
It is good, although one of our listeners tweeted me the other day. They had a VR headset on, and he fell over playing virtual ping pong. He fell over and cut his nose open and had to get an ambulance out. Now, you may well laugh, Dean, and I laughed when I saw the picture, but I'm not allowed to laugh on air. But yes.
Oh, God, yeah, it's a bit funny, isn't it?
It is a bit funny.
No, but the thing is with me, like, there's not too many games, is there?
Well, what system are you using, Dean?
PC, mate.
Okay, and what, have you got an Oculus? Have you got an Oculus? What you got?
Yeah, Oculus Rift S.
Go and get, you got the Rift S. Oh, this guy's got money.
Right.
This guy's got money.
Yeah.
Have you played Five Nights at Freddy's?
No.
Go and download Five Nights at Freddy's and let me know how you get on, mate. You're gonna cack your pants.
I'll tell you what, I put on, is it Elite Dangerous last night?
Oh, yeah. Space one.
That's amazing. Have you tried that?
I'm not, because listen, I don't want to get too geeky, because I can hear Catherine switching off. I got the Oculus, Quest, which is the one down, so I can't get as many games. So I can't get Elite on there. Can't get Five Nights at Freddy on there. I've got that on PlayStation. But,
mate,
there's some good stuff, but there's not many, you're right, there aren't as many games as you'd like.
Yeah. No, I think there's a lot. I think it could do a lot better, but there's just not the support for it. That's all.
Well, because it's a niche thing, man. It's an expensive bit of kit.
Yeah.
I think it is incredible. Have you played the plank game? Walking the plank?
No.
That's quite good. Me and my boys were playing that. You're like at the top of a skyscraper, and there's a plank out of the top, and you've got to walk.
I couldn't even get out of the lift.
You couldn't do it.
No.
You couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it?
You couldn't do
it. I'm scared of heights, so as soon as I
It's incredible, Dean, because you know you can't fall, you know you can't hurt yourself, but at the same time, tell your brain that, because it will not let you get out of that lift.
I know, you're trying to grab hold of the seat.
Dean, go and get the plank game, and go and get Five Nights at Freddy. Five Nights at Freddy is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I didn't know they'd done a VR version.
Yes, mate. Let us know how you get on with it, alright?
Sweeto.
Thank you, Dean. I like Dean. He's going to be our video game correspondent from now on. Let's go to our friend Phil. Good evening, Phil.
Good evening.
Phil, could you turn the radio off, please?
Yep.
Phil, what can we do for you tonight?
Yeah, is that AD and Goldstein's?
Yep.
Yeah.
Andy Goldstein here, we got Cundy over there. You all right, Cundy?
All right, mate.
Yeah, my questions are not good enough. It took Cardiff down.
What are you talking about, you muppet?
Calm down, mate, calm down.
Hey, this guy's a muppet. Oh, put my fist in his eye. What are you talking about, muppet?
It's not good enough.
Who's not good enough? What are you talking about?
Solskjaer.
What are you Solskjaer arseholes? You ain't got a clue what you're talking about.
He's not good enough for Man United.
He's better than you. I'm Andy Goldstein. I ripped a chicken's head off once and put my winky in the hole. Cundy, what do you reckon?
Oh, I don't want to get involved in this.
Get involved in it, Cundy. Let's put the phone down. Might have realised his mistake then. Thank you, Sam, for the heads up.
I think the chicken thing might have been a stretch too far, I'm going to say.
I've met Andy Goldstein. I've seen him do it. It's his party trick.
Oh.
Some trick.
All right, mate.
My impression of Goldstein and Cundy from TalkSport is to go common and me be shouty and
me be whispering.
Hey, it's time. Look, it's 10 o'clock. It's time for shouty and whispery on TalkSport right now.
All right, mate, calm down.
Shout out, you muppet.
He let me get at least 3 sentences in. Clearly a woman.
Clearly a woman. That's how thick the TalkSport listeners are.
Cundy's not going to be impressed when I tell him.
I think they are. Let's go to...
What a melt.
You plonker. You absolute wally. You pulling my plonker, you wally. Let's go to Chris. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chris. At last, a sensible caller.
Say again, sorry.
By the way, hang on a minute. Because Chris, I'm just going to put you on hold for a second. Guys, let's fill out our Chris bingo cards. Right. So don't tell me. You got to write your own card.
I haven't got a pen.
Okay, well.
Hang on. Yeah. Hang on.
Okay, you got paper? You can type it on your thing. At home, I hope you're listening. We're going to play Chris bingo. You got to have 5. Mm-hmm. 4. Let's go for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. And you got to call it out when you get one. If you're home listening, guys, it's time for Chris bingo. You all right, Chris?
Go on then.
What?
What do you mean?
Get on with it. Hurry up. What do you mean? Go on, what do you mean? Go with it. You're right. Well done. Get on with it.
What bingo?
We're playing Chris bingo.
Right. Go on then. So, right, number 4.
You're such a knob.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's no need of that.
Your calls can be really dull at times.
Oh, cheers.
Anyway, what did you ring for, Chris?
I'm only joking, Chris. I'm trying to provoke a reaction.
No, you're not going to get a reaction from me.
Okay, we'll see.
What do you do? Have you got a cat?
No, my cat died.
Oh, it's a shame.
Well,
supposing you went for a wee, Chris, and you burnt your penis, and it hurt to put it back in your trousers, and you were just at home, right, on your own.
I'm not going to tell you about my.
What would you do? Would you put it back in your trousers, or would you?
I'm not going to tell you about my toilet things.
Okay.
Because it's personal.
Private. That's personal.
Okay. I've only got one, so I've got 25%.
Anyway, Chris, what were you going to tell us?
Well, I liked that phone call from Mr. Carrick earlier.
What do you do with your milk bottles? You got a milk bottle?
Well, apparently, next week we're going to make copies out of them.
Copies?
Aye.
I got one.
What did he say?
Oi.
He said oi. He said aye. He said aye. What did you say?
Well, I said how to make poppies out of milk cartons.
Did you say aye or oi?
Stop being
there he is.
Racist.
Oi. We've got okay. But what would you do with your milk bottle?
Well, normally I just...
When you finish with it and you want the milkman to collect it, you would...
Oh, I don't have milk. Oh,
No.
It could be a milk woman.
Yeah, it could be. But what would you do with the milk bottle? You
I
would...
Stop being sexist.
Okay. You would... The milk... So that the milk person can collect...
I don't have one. I don't have one of those people.
You did. What would you do with the milk bottle? You would...
Well,
you wouldn't keep it in. You would...
What do you mean?
You wouldn't keep...
There's another one. But we already got that.
We've got that. You wouldn't keep it in. You would...
Well, recycle it.
Good lad.
Recycle it, as if that's a Chris catchphrase. Okay, Chris.
Don't whisper to your colleague. Speak to the people on here.
Don't call me the colleague. You know my name.
Sorry, Catherine.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I do apologise.
That's forgiven.
I got a nice hospital appointment tomorrow.
Oh, Chris, you little show off.
I know.
Do you mean it's a nice hospital or it's a nice appointment?
What
kind of hospital?
I missed the last one.
Good for you.
3 weeks ago.
Good for you. Stuff them.
I'm scared shitless, I am. I swore then, sorry.
We noticed.
Sorry.
It was the S word, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did notice that, yeah. Hope you're playing at home, guys. Chris Bingo, it's a slow one, but I'm enjoying it. It's the tension.
I don't understand about this bingo thing that you said about.
Just get on with it.
Well...
Get on with your call.
Oh.
Get on with your call.
You're a cheeky git, aren't you?
Oh, I wish I'd written that one down.
When are you coming down to Port Albert anyway? I heard...
We're coming to Cardiff.
Oh, it's too far. No,
it's too far.
Chris!
I've been mugged in Cardiff twice. I'm not going down there again. Gits. And you could mug me as well.
We're not going to mug you. We're coming... Here's the thing, right? We're not going to come to your tiny...
I know.
Shut
you
up.
and Catherine...
Shut up.
I could... Hello?
Shut up.
Hello?
Shut up.
Next minute I've been mugged.
Shut up.
How dare you?
Okay, I'll shut up.
Listen, we're not going to come to your crappy little town, Port Talbot.
Oi!
Yeah.
We've got
Don't be so disrespectful, I'll have you know. Oi, this is not my hometown. This is where I moved to many years ago.
Who cares?
Where are you from? Llandudno?
Are you from Milton Keynes?
Why do you say that?
Are you from Scotland? You sound Scottish.
Hi.
Oh,
I'm just trying to prod him in a direction that
he's too suspicious.
I
We
want
need
to
him
get
loosey-goosey.
I want to get him angry. I need to get him angry. I need to get you angry.
You can't get me angry.
I can. I'm banning blind people from calling the show.
I'm not blind. They don't use that word anymore. I'm severely sighted.
Yeah, well, we're banning your lot from calling the show.
What do you mean, your lot? That's racist. I could do you with what?
You have to find me first.
I don't think blind people are a race.
Well.
How are you doing at home, guys? How are you doing at home?
How many
have you got? We've got 50% here. Maybe you've been a little bit luckier. We've got 50%. 2 more to go. I'm dying to know what Catherine's got written down, but I won't ask her until the game is over.
I gotta have my knackers looked at.
Oh my word!
Okay. Now,
I think I got cancer.
Okay, we'll come to.
It's scaring the hell out of me.
We'll come to that in a minute. So when so your testicles.
Hi.
You're going to have to remove them from your trousers?
Yes, embarrassment.
Do you think you'll be putting them back instantly, or will you?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to. I don't know.
Will they remain on the outside? Will you?
Well, they're going to do like this ultrasound scan on me. And I think,
What makes you think you got ball cancer?
Well, I feel as if I got like a
lump,
an elastic band around me.
Okay, but have you got a lump?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to go there.
Okay.
I don't want to touch myself.
Sorry? Yeah, now listen, touch your balls. Every man should touch their balls.
No, I don't. No.
Yes, so you check.
Can you get a friend to touch them for you?
I'll touch them. I'll touch your balls for you.
No, thank you.
Oh, he's really circling.
I don't even want Catherine to touch them for me.
I don't either, it's fine.
No.
Catherine's not offering. I will be your proxy and touch your balls.
No.
Here we go. Thank you, Dave. Dave's helping us here. Have you been over to the shop?
Oh, they wound me up over the shop again.
What happened over the shop again?
Oh, talking about condoms again.
And what do you say to the girl when she talks about condoms?
Well, behave yourself.
Yay!
Oh, I didn't have that one down! Catherine's in the lead! Catherine's in the lead! What? Well done! Thank you, Dave.
Because I say that now and again.
You say it.
I didn't have that one written down. Okay.
All right, then I won't say that again.
No, you say it.
We like you saying it.
Mind you, one of the girls over the shop, she's very kind to me, and she's offered to go to Marks and Spencer's for me.
Yeah.
And buy me some food.
Well, that's kind, but surely she's doing herself out of business.
This is the co-op, right?
I know, I wind them up. No, it's not a bleeding co-op.
You said it was the co-op.
No, it's not.
Spa.
It's a spa.
It's a spa!
Don't they sell food? Is it not good enough for you?
No, it's not, Catherine.
They just sell Johnnies in there.
And he won't bite.
I know, I think so. I know.
When's your appointment, Chris?
Oh, gosh, tomorrow afternoon.
All right, go. Let them do it. Don't worry about a doctor or a nurse touching your balls. I've had them touch my balls.
I'm petrified.
Listen, here's the thing, Chris. You're petrified, but they touch a million balls a day, and they will just look at you like someone
don't
bringing.
say it like that, Catherine, please.
All right, you're very special, obviously. But what I'm saying is, they will not be making notes on how big or what kind of state they're in. They just want to see which bit isn't working. If
your balls to them, it's like a mechanic looking at wheels on a car.
Yeah.
I suppose so. Yeah.
So they're a pair of Goodyears going in for inspection.
I mean, they're very worn, they're very old, they probably need them replaced, but...
Borderline illegal.
Don't go too far now.
So close, okay. Alright, Chris, well give us a call, let us know how your balls are, yeah?
Well, I hope I haven't got cancer.
I hope you haven't got cancer too, man, I really do. If you have got ball cancer, they can treat it like that these days.
Well, you better come down this crap town you call Port Albert.
Not coming there. We're coming to Cardiff.
No, I'd be mugged there twice.
Okay, well...
I was scared to go to...
Okay. We are coming as close to you as we're ever going to come. If you don't love us...
I'd love to see you both and some of the people I listen to on your show.
Okay, but if you don't want to come and see us, that's entirely up to you.
I do, but
that sounds like you don't.
No.
Sounds like you don't want to come and see us.
I get scared when I go. That's why.
You scared of Catherine?
That French woman, I panicked.
Got to be a partially sighted man to try and get him to say two phrases. That's what's going on here. I'm not proud of myself, but I want to win.
What?
Yeah?
Anyway, I'm going to have my balls cut off.
No, you're not.
Tomorrow.
You're not having them cut off
tomorrow. They won't do it tomorrow.
I'm going to become a
eunuch.
A eunuch?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I just sit in this crappy town, Port Albert, as you said.
Yep.
And...
Yep. Okay. Let us know your balls are okay, Chris.
Oh, I hope so.
Thank you very much indeed. All right. Well, I had
what were you hanging out for?
Leave it out. And don't be like that.
Oh, I wanted shut up you. Shut up you.
I got 2 out of 4. Catherine got 3 out of 4. Did anybody...
Oi, what do you mean? And behave.
I got oi and what do you mean? If anybody... Sam, I don't know if you were playing... If anybody was playing at home, how did you do on Chris Bingo? Another round of that tomorrow. And we'll see how we get on. Jules and Sloop, stay there. This is Talk Radio.
Take a trip into the alternate reality of late night radio.
I think I'm in something like the Matrix, and so are you.
The Late Night Alternative.
Hello.
With Ian Lee.
Is there anybody out there?
On Talk Radio.
Hello.
cheeky. I think did I see a thing? There's only 4 tickets left for Brighton.
Yeah.
They'll sell. And half the tickets for the London show in December have gone. Sam, you and a +1 are on the door if you want to come down December the 14th. You're very, very welcome. I guess my sister and I were going to come. So that's 4 of those. So we got 10 comps. Half the tickets have sold, man. It's in December. I cannot wait. We're also looking at doing kind of like a little tour next year. When I say tour, I mean one show in a city every 3 or 4 weeks. So we've been doing it like where sometimes we've done like a show every week for 2 or 3 weeks. So the plan at the moment is next year, every 3rd or 4th, possibly 5th week, we go to a major city. So far we've got, we're looking at Manchester, Cardiff, or just outside of Cardiff, London, Bath, Brighton, Birmingham, Glasgow. I think there was one more.
Luton.
Might be going to Luton. And maybe we give Liverpool a try. We've not played Liverpool. Maybe we get a small venue in Liverpool. Maybe we do that. And that's going to be it, I think. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to try and do that in a cycle. So as soon as we've done the 8, 9, 10 cities, we start again. And we go round again. Because we've had all these lovely invitations. Who's this? Let me just address this. Ian, I love the show, but the call with Chris really upset me. It felt like bullying because he doesn't understand what's going on. It's a bit patronising. You shouldn't make fun of him when he's trying to tell you about his hospital appointment, which he's worried about. Chris? Chris?
Hello?
I'm sorry if you felt that was bullying. We just feel that you...
No, I only just worked out the bingo thing he was saying.
Well done. I hope you don't think we were bullying you. We like your calls a lot.
No, not at all.
We know that you kind of get the humour of the show, and I hope you don't think we were insensitive to your situation.
No, I did. When you hung up, and I spoke a little bit, and then I realised what you were talking about, the bloody bingo, and I'm using certain phrases or words that I use. What you're on about? Or what? By the way,
the bingo card is open again.
Me. Pardon?
I'm saying the bingo card is open again, so people can still complete their bingo cards.
No, don't worry. You can't upset me, boy. You can't. You and Catherine, no.
Good. Because we have a laugh with the listeners that we think will get that we're having a laugh and appreciate that there's no meanness in it.
Of course, yeah.
Good. All right.
Of course, yeah. So don't think you.
Can I cut you off again now?
Pardon?
Can I cut you off again?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you very much indeed. There you go, Chris. Well, that was fortuitous timing. And we've got people now saying Peterborough and Winchester. No.
The thing is, right, we've mapped it out really carefully because we've fallen in the trap before of going places where people have asked us to go. And while those people turned up, 2 people in an audience ain't massive.
Newcastle was the one where a handful of people said, got to come to Newcastle, got to come. And we booked, a big venue in Newcastle, 120. We had 35 people turn up. It was embarrassing for us. It was embarrassing for them. It was a great show, and everyone that came up, it was great, but we lost a lot of money, and it was,
We also made the mistake of doing Hull and Scunthorpe within about 2 weeks of each other, so we split the audience. Yeah. Doesn't make sense.
So, and after Belfast, where we lost quite a bit of money, I mean, we did, in the end, we were going to lose money, so we went, let's get a really nice hotel, and let's lose a lot of money. Let's do it in style. So, no, thank you for your suggestions, but no, we are going to come out as far as we can, and I think we do get pretty far with, with Glasgow and Manchester, and we will try Liverpool, actually. And Cardiff, if you'll have to kind of meet us halfway. Well, not halfway, you have to meet us there. Our compromise is we're coming out, and you know that we've been doing this to try and make this whole thing less London-centric and all of that. So, no more place suggestions, please.
Yeah.
We know where we're going.
We're doing it tactically.
Thank you, though, for those suggestions. Good evening, Jules! Good evening, Jules!
Good evening. How are you both?
I'm very, very well, Jules. What have you got for us tonight, please?
I was going to make a suggestion, but it would be London-centric, so I won't bother.
Well, you can make us a London-centric suggestion. What is it?
No, I actually run a comedy show every week in North London. I was going to invite you both to use our venue. But
we've got a venue. We've got the Half Moon in Putney. But give your comedy venue a plug. Where is it? What is it?
Oh, it's every Wednesday at the Finsbury in Manor House, called Bear Funny Comedy.
Where's the I used to live in Manor House. I used to live on Endymion Road. Where's the Finsbury? Is it that big? It's not that big one opposite the station, is it?
Yep, that's the one.
Hey!
Massive makeover in the last 10 years.
Oh, I lived there 20 years ago. You know, just down the road from there, opposite Endymion Road, there's like a cafe or something, and there's a door. This is 20 years ago. I'm assuming it's still there. There's a door to the side of the cafe, and on like Thursday and Friday and Saturday nights, this door was really busy, and I never went in there. It was when I lived with Mackenzie. We never went in there, but we found out it was a swingers club.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that? Okay, well, I'm just checking to see if there's still a swingers club in Manor House.
I'll look out for it. I called about something else anyway.
Yeah, go on, Jules. Thank you for the offer.
I wanted to give a shout out to a band of brothers I know who are doing something right this very minute, which I think you guys would totally get behind.
Let's have it.
So, started by my friend Lee Adams, who's also a Fulham supporter.
Yeah.
He decided that there was something in it that he found when he cycled or he walked to a game. So he started inviting other people to do so. And for the 4th time, he is doing a walk between Fulham and Reading. The two teams play each other tomorrow night.
Yes.
In this rain, they set out at 9 o'clock tonight. There's about 11 or 12 of them walking through the night in order to make kick-off tomorrow night. So far they've raised £10,000 already.
How many of them are you expecting to? So there's 12 of them leaving. How many are actually going to make it to the end result? Because people can get. I've been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto recently. People can get bumped off very, very quickly these days.
They can. Like it's a tough one, especially in this weather and through the night. But I have faith in the group who are doing it.
Well, we hope they all make it.
I believe they will make it. I've done it myself. It was in much better weather, and it was through the night. But yeah, I've been there, I've done it. So I believe in those guys. I believe that they're going to do it as well.
Okay. Well, if people want to give some money, where do they go?
Well, actually, it's not really just about money. It's just about if people want to get involved. Like Crystal Palace fans got involved with a walk and talk, and now they do a walk. They're doing a walk and talk.
This is the thing. This is the thing where people walk along and join in if they want to have a chat.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. Well, we've talked about this. Did you call us before about this?
I don't think it was me, no.
Someone did, man. Someone called in and told us about this. Oh, this is nice, and people want to have a chat. They just rock up and they have a little chat, and then they, send them on their way.
Yeah, like opposite fans or people who aren't even going to a game might decide, you know what, I want to go and talk to people who just want to open up. And you know what men are like. Yeah. Football's a great thing to bring people together.
Well,
but also it can be divisive. So having opposing fans getting together and walking and talking is really crucial. So yeah, you find it on Twitter, Walk and Talk. That one's in aid of Samaritans, the Arsenal Crystal Palace one.
Beautiful.
At the end of October. And this one they're doing for Mind. Previous ones they've done in aid of Calm. You find it on Twitter at Walk and Talk MMH.
Thank you very much indeed. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
want the best endings of a single ever. I'm happy to do that as a phone-in. Best endings to songs.
What bits where the drum kit falls down the stairs?
Best endings to songs. I mean, obviously you've got, what's the Beatles one? Where it ends, the funny, there was the chord that everyone went, oh, they're a little bit more than just,
Day in the Life?
No, early. She loves it. Was it She Loves You? Yeah. That, where everyone went, oh, something special about these four lads from Liverpool that are about to rock the world. Best endings of songs, magnet fishing, geocaching, so I've got I'm very lucky. I have two bathrooms in my house. I have the main bathroom that no one uses because I live there on my own, and I have a tiny ensuite which has got a toilet, a sink, and a tiny shower. And I use the ensuite, and that's generally the only bathroom that gets used. When the boys are over, they'll have a bath in the bathroom. They'll brush their teeth in the main bathroom, but it tends not to get used, right? Well, a couple of weeks ago, I noticed that there's carpet in the bathrooms because it was a house that belonged to an old lady and I can't afford to get the bathrooms done. Poor me! But I noticed that the carpet in the main bathroom was wet. It was really wet. But the boys had been there and they'd had a bath and the shower thing, it's one of those bendy glass ones that folds, and it was hanging over a bit, and I thought, well, water must have got on there and it's dripped down, not a problem. And then a week later I went in and it was wetter. I thought, well, now this is peculiar. But I didn't think too much of it because when I was at university in my second year, we lived in a very tiny flat, me and my friend Steve and Darren. And we had to, there's a story in the papers today about landlords kill off their house share living room. Why is that new? Why is that new? The living room was a bedroom in our flat. That's been the way it is. And the living room was like the second choice of room. Then there was a main bedroom, which was the first choice, and then there was a tiny box room. And every term we just switch every semester, whatever it was. And when it was my turn to live in the tiny room, like about a few weeks into it, just like this puddle appeared in the carpet. Oh. This puddle. And it was really wet, but there was no leak anywhere. And after about a month, it went. It was an actual puddle. You could step in it and it would splash up. And after a month, it went. So I'm looking at this leak.
Had you been, doing nighttime wee-wees?
No.
Because blokes do that, don't they?
No. Mike Simon, urinated on £1,000 stereo stacking system.
Gosh.
Took it back, got his money back. Even though when they opened it, it was wet.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
My mate Twisty kept weeing on the washing.
It happens, but no, that was not it. So I kind of thought, well, this will dry up. I left the windows open for a couple of weeks, and I thought it will dry up. Well, I hadn't been in there for a few days, so I went in there today to have a look to see if it had dried. It hadn't. It was wetter. No water coming through the floor, through the ceiling of the room below it. No water coming through, which is weird, because it's wet. It's soaking.
Is it a pipe under the floor, then?
Well, if it was, it would go through. It would go down. Ah, no, you'll see. It will go down. But what I did...
Not necessarily carpet. It would soak up.
So hang on a minute. So you just saying...
As well as down.
Well, it's not going down, though. You're just disputing the whole law of physics. If it was water, it would go down. Anyway, the one thing I did notice is there was, like a flower growing in the carpet. There was a flower. It was about the size of a biro. Just sticking up out of the carpet. And I thought... I gotta get a plumber in. This is not.
Or a gardener.
This is not good news. I'm guessing because the cats like to go and sit in that sink in there, and I'm guessing they had like some...
Cats not weeing there. Repeatedly.
No, Jesus, it would take like an army of elephants to make... I cannot tell you how wet this is. Right? It would take an army of elephants pissing for an hour a day to get it that wet. It's not cat. It's sodden. It's sodden, but the cat obviously had like a seed or something on it, and it's now fertilised in my bathroom. So I've got a plumber coming tomorrow. Plumbers. I don't get on with plumbers. But the plumber today I phoned up. Yeah, I'm all booked up, so I'd have to do it as an after-hours call-out. I said, what does that mean? It basically said it means it'd be 30 quid an hour extra. I went, yeah, do you know what? I'll wait for someone else. Thanks very much. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Here's Sloop John B. Good evening, Sloop.
I wanna kiss you all over and over and over again. I wanna kiss you all over till the night closes in. Catherine Boyle. Greetings to you both.
God.
God.
That's a reference to a film that you were talking about the other night.
You better explain. You better explain yourself, boy, because you've come across a bit like a Boris Johnson.
No, that was inappropriate. I just what I meant was you were talking about Happy Gilmore the other night.
Oh,
yeah, film I haven't seen.
Catherine's seen it.
So again, sounding a little bit creepy.
Sorry,
you're yay close to getting cancelled, buddy. You better walk this back.
No. What I was trying to say is that Catherine is a good-looking woman, and I was trying to appreciate.
This is you walking it back. It sounds like you're running forward.
Oh God, I've messed up so badly, haven't I? I've messed up.
Let's
God,
just pretend it never happened.
No, let's not. Here's what you got to do. 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 You got to say. All you got to do is say, "I'm so sorry. I'm suffering from mental health issues, and I'm not responsible for my words." So all you got to do, and then that's it. You're sorted.
Is that right?
Yeah, trust me. I've done it loads of times.
I could say that I'm an idiot, and I apologise. So is that okay?
It's all good.
Can we get past with that? Yeah?
It's all good.
Well, now I'm actually going to put a suggestion to you guys, and I feel sort of bad.
Is it to touch your balls?
You could if you want. Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to.
You're more than welcome.
You need to know what the barrier is. The barrier is.
Well, I think we both need to agree on what the barrier is.
What can we do for you?
Well, I was talking to the chap, John Montagna, that I discovered you through when you were on his podcast recently, right?
Yes.
And it made me realise, John Montagna.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know the musician? The cool guy?
Was I on his podcast?
You were, man, a couple of years ago when you were in New York.
Oh, my God, yes! Oh my God, that's when you were trying to upload something in a Costa, Kath, or a Starbucks, and I said, "Oh God, I was doing an interview," and I met a guy in a diner on the other side of the road. Oh wow! Oh, I'd forgotten all about that. What a lovely man. Yes.
But I thanked him. We were talking about the Beatles, and I said, by the way, the guy you had on your show, I'm now a listener, and I call up sometimes, and he was tickled that I used the name Sloop John B.
But that's not how you found the show, through him?
Yes, it was.
Shut up. You found the show through doing...
You get American listeners and you get some idiot from Swiss Cottage on the phone.
This is amazing. I didn't know that, man. You've never told me that before.
Yeah, bro, I did. I got interviewed by the Sunday Times because of this show, but they never printed the article. That's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been crazy, but it made me think about, it's been a couple of years, right?
Yes, sir.
And I wanted to ask, and you like this tweet, and I want to know if Catherine would like this. I want to step on your toes.
Okay.
If we've been good as callers, could there be an awards night?
I mean, define
a late night.
Define good.
Sorry?
Define good.
If we behave ourselves as callers.
Right, meaning you don't make inappropriate suggestions.
Oh God, I've just put my foot in it, haven't I?
Yeah.
I'm in a dog box big time. So, yeah. Oh, God.
Maybe.
To hear me out. But if we were to do it, it could be something where people could periscope in and accept awards, or we just could have a laugh and celebrate the show because the show's good. I'm trying to kiss up here a bit, and I am right on this. You know?
Shut up.
Go on.
Do it Friday. It's ages away. Just do it Friday. I'll come up. We'll make it up on the spot as we always do.
I mean, the thing is, right, you do these awards and
you could do an online poll.
Start building their polls.
There's no polls. Me and Kath decide.
Okay, I'm happy to go with that.
Just do it. Just do it Friday. And then but what'll be funny, because we'll get 3 callers on, right, and with the finalists are Alan Caddick and Nelly and whatever. But then,
No.
Acceptance speech.
Please be quiet.
Is what we do.
Okay.
No, but then 2 of them have to pretend to be happy when the third person gets it.
All right.
And Caddick ain't never going to win anything. Go on, what were you going to say? Please be quiet! One more peep out of you, and it's not happening on Friday. It's not happening. Do you understand? That's better, Catherine.
I was thinking we completely scrunder them and say, yeah, we're going to do best caller, and we just choose people who've phoned in on the Friday, brand new.
Oh, we could do that, yeah. But either way, he don't care. This guy.
No, exactly.
This guy's a jerk off.
Sorry again.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sloop John B. You butted in.
You better cut me off then, haven't you?
I'm going to do that. We'll do it Friday.
All right, cool.
Thanks, man. You better phone in, though.
I will.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Didn't say which Friday.
We'll do it Friday. This is Talk Radio.
A star-crossed soapbox for sailor boys, stable girls,
I'm on the edge.
and stripper grands.
It depends who you're with and it depends on the situation.
Late night speech radio with a difference.
Thank you.
The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Catherine and I were bored of penises and vaginas tonight. It's what we normally watch before
It's like
the
that old
show.
saying, when a man is tired of London.
When a man is tired of Fanny, he is tired
of life.
of online viewing. So by the way, I watched the Joan Armatrading documentary on BBC iPlayer. Everyone should watch it. She's fab. And I reordered the Joan Armatrading album, which is an album I had at college, and it's a great record. Anyway, so we normally watch Naked Attraction, but I think we've seen them all. Sex Tape, but we couldn't get that to work, and I refuse to watch Baywatch because I just think it's exploitative and mean and horrible. We started the Leonard Cohen documentary.
It's too sad.
30 seconds in, I went, this is going to be way too heavy, man. This is going to be great. Nick Broomfield doing a film about brilliant, but it's too heavy. So we ditched that. So then I was on Netflix, which I don't normally go on. And I was flicking through and I went, oh, now I've heard of this Derry Girls. Everyone's been, see lots of tweets about the Derry Girls. Should we give that a go? Oh, it's a bit old, but we'll give it a go. Oh, it was funny. You don't like it, do you, Sam? You've
not seen it.
Oh, I thought you
so
said,
good.
I thought you said you found it annoying as you walked past.
No?
No, I think you said, I wonder what that noise was, didn't you?
Oh, I'm going deaf. Huh? Okay. We watched the first 2 episodes. Man, it's funny. It was funny. I don't really like TV and modern TV programs. They tend to suck. But this was funny. So clever. All of the cast were amazing in it. I thought it was brilliant. So we watched the first 2 episodes. Apparently there's 2 series of it.
Good.
So
I'll be sad when it's over.
I think we're gonna binge watch that. I'll tell you what I did this weekend. Thank you everyone who supported my Grand Theft Auto weekend on Twitch. It was a lot of fun. Huge viewing figures. Getting like 200 people a time, which is huge for me on Twitch. Loads of new subscribers. And I really enjoyed Grand Theft Auto. I've not really played Grand Theft Auto since, I think, is it 4? I played a bit of 4, but I found it really annoying because the phone just kept ringing. The last one I really played was when it was a top-down game. And it used to just be like a mini, you could run over the Krishners and stuff. Like the first Grand Theft Auto. That was the last one I bought, Grand Theft Auto 68, London 68, I think. So I was playing it. I really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy playing it online. It was a real faff to get an online game. It was like 40 minutes to get an online game going. And then you just stood there online, and I'm going, what do I do? And then people just come and run you over. Like randoms would just come and run you over. So I didn't enjoy that. But 0344 499 1000, by the way. Noel, I'll come to you in a second. I really enjoyed the game. So it's a genius game. 6 years later, it still looks fresh. It still looks good. Enjoyed the missions. Enjoyed the music. One of the radio stations. Run away, run away, run away. Is that Bronski Beat or the Communards?
I'm going to say Communards.
Okay.
It's Jimmy Somerville,
it's
for
Jimmy
sure.
Somerville. Run away, run away. I thought that's a great song. So there's some great stuff on there. My problem with it is, you start off, for those who don't know, I'm a white guy.
Bronski Beat.
Bronski Beat. For those who don't know, I'm a white guy, a white middle-aged guy.
Are you?
But some people don't know that. You start off playing a young black gentleman who's a crook, he's a hood. You later switch to a white, sort of Italian mafioso type guy. But you start off as a black gentleman with another black guy. And there's lots of swearing in it. The F words I'm okay with. The mother F word, where it sat really uncomfortably with me. And you can let me know, dear listener, if this is just me being oversensitive or not.
was that N-word gets thrown. Have you played it, Sam? That N-word gets thrown around a lot. Now, if I'm watching a film where it's black guys throwing the N-word around, that's different. If I'm watching a film where a white guy says the N-word, that's different. I don't tend to listen to music where that word is used a lot, but if I hear that word in music by black people or white people in certain situations, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's someone else doing it.
Someone else doing it. But in this game, it's me. Not pressing, there's not a button to say the N-word, but it's the character I am playing is referring to his friend as an N, and he's referring to me as an N. It made me very, very uncomfortable. It's unnecessary. Now, am I sounding like an old fart? It's unnecessary. You could have, and there's no option to switch it off, right? Because I looked. Is there an option to switch it off? I'm keen to get your thoughts in a minute, Sam, because you're younger than me significantly. I hate to say, break this to the guy, but he's younger than me. The N-word made me very, very uncomfortable, and we're streaming it as well, and I know that I've got a couple of black people that watch me on there, so I felt embarrassed for them. Again, that might be white, middle class embarrassment, I don't know. But the thing I was really uncomfortable with was a character I was in control of was throwing around the N-word.
Even though it wasn't you controlling the language.
Wasn't controlling the language, throwing it around like nobody's business. And I mentioned that to you, and you said, well, what did you say?
Well, I wonder whether that kind of stuff online is what's kind
Well, it's not online, that's in the game.
Yeah, but we've noticed a lot of young white kids white British kids using the N-word as a kind of as a slur against people, either referring to people as that if they've done something stupid, that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. It's a heavily insulting word, right? Yeah. But I feel like it's been normalised for some kids. And I do wonder whether playing those games and hearing it as often as they do is kind of contributing.
And we have like young kids phoning us up, 15-year-old kids phoning us up, and the punchline to their prank call is the N-word.
Yeah.
And
so they know it's offensive.
Yeah, and I wonder if the Grand Theft Auto specifically is part of the desensitization. Now we're going to go to our young person correspondent, who is Sam, who may blow that entirely out of the water, and I'm keen to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, especially as it's a game where the idea is, well, yes, there's a story to it, but you can go out and just do whatever you want. Because especially this one, there's so much, like, you can just go off and, like, play golf or darts or something.
Oh, I played tennis and then I killed my tennis teacher today.
Oh, I thought you were going to spare her.
No, I killed her.
Okay.
Killed her in the end.
So, yeah, I kind of get it.
Ball was in.
But I think in these days, like, most games' story modes, which is this is where this is in, it's more like it's closer to a film than a game.
Yeah.
Hence why I think it's kind of okay, because obviously when you go online and play as yourself, that you get none of.
You don't get that when you're online. And I totally get the thing about games being like movies now. And I've had this argument on that side of the games are like films, and it's like an interactive film. And I do genuinely think that games are an art form, the equivalent of books and movies and sculptures. I think it's a genuine art form. But I felt uncomfortable. I would love to know the stats, which I'm sure don't exist. I bet more white people play that game than black people. I bet more white people do. You know, and I don't know if it's...
Specifically white
kids,
boys.
Like boys. I don't know if it's appropriate for it... I know what you mean, it's like being in a film, but it's an interactive film where you have some degree of control over it. And just me moving around a character who's, you know, doing what could be what some people might argue are stereotypical black things of going and robbing and stuff, you know, in that stereotype. I'm not saying that they are stereotypical black things, of course, but that is a stereotype in movies of black people. Then to be called, I just sat uncomfortably with me. But it doesn't sit uncomfortably with you, Sam.
No, I'm fine with it. But I think it's because, like, I've been playing those games since I was too young to be playing those games. And it's sort of...
I don't know.
Growing up, I didn't hear that word. Growing up, I did not hear that word in entertainment that I was watching. This generation do, I guess.
Oh, I did.
I only kind of came across it in music.
I did. I heard it in the Richard Pryor films, Silver Streak.
Oh, right. Okay.
Silver Streak, there's a bit where Gene Wilder blacks up with boot polish,
and a black cleaner comes in and goes, "You don't look like an M-word.
But that
you got to get sold." And Gene Wilder was going, "I'm an M-word. I'm an M-word." So it was.
But that was one film, right? It wasn't a game you played every day. It wasn't something you did every day.
But it was. But I'm saying I did see it in popular culture when I was growing up. All the Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder films, the M-word is a joke. Blazing Saddles. We don't have an M-word as a sheriff. You know, there was a lot of it about in 70s and 80s, big movies, big family movies.
Right.
There was a lot of it about.
Tell you what I noticed yesterday when we watched Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
They called each other.
What is it?
The homophobic slur beginning with an F.
The F, they call them the F word, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
When they hugged each other.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do, don't they? They back off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do, don't they? Isn't that funny? It's very strange. I don't know this. I'm enjoying the game a lot. Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm going to carry on playing it. But it just made me feel uncomfortable, and I just thought this is such an amazing game. It's such a complex. It's so clever. It's 6 years old and it looks amazing, and it's just so big. It's so big. And there was a bit of the F word actually going on. There was one bit that made me laugh when this guy, you eavesdrop on a guy having an argument with his sister, and he says something like, he makes a slur about, anyways, it was a sexual slur, and it made me laugh a lot. But it was just so shocking. It was about having,
but wasn't that part of the deal with Grand Theft Auto, that it was supposed to be a shocking game, and they wanted people to talk about it?
Yeah. I just think it's such a good game. You could just bring it back like 3 steps and it would still be amazing. But then now I'm a dad and I'm an old. 20 years ago I would have found it funny. Now I'm dad and I would worry about my kids seeing that, and I don't know. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain and Katherine, Talk Radio.
Dead of Night discourse for disco queens.
I'm related to Jedwood and Dolly Parton.
Dairy farmers and distant fathers.
Yeah, well.
The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee.
Doing lots of things that we don't know about, we can't control.
On Talk Radio.
Yes, great.
By Baywatch, we didn't mean Baywatch with David Hasselhoff, we meant B-A-E Watch. Go and Google it, guys, go and Google it. Let's go to a good friend of the show, Mr. Noel Taylor. Good evening, Noel.
Hello, Ian. Can I speak? Hello, Kath as well.
There we go. You can speak.
Yeah. So I'm a bit drunk.
Uh-oh.
I've got an idea, which is an invention that anyone can do.
Okay.
Which councils would use.
Yes.
And it's a bench that, you know how you go through the park and it's raining, and you can't sit down you're knackered, and you can't sit down.
Wet benches and wet slides. That's what ruins the life for me. A wet slide, and you have to say to the kids, "Oh, don't go down that. You're going to get wet trousers. You get a wet bum." Yeah.
Unfortunately, I haven't invented anything for slides.
Okay,
but
that's something that's
for the benches.
Commissioning you.
For the benches, you have polythene or tarpaulin.
You just reminded me the Beatles Abbey Road box set arrived today. Oh, it's beautiful. Just reminded me there with the word polythene. Continue.
And it's attached to the top of the bench with staples or whatever you like, really.
Okay.
Anything.
Blue tack.
Chewing gum, actually, probably useful.
Bogies.
Screws, anything. Screw you.
Oh.
Sorry. Didn't mean that. I'm drunk. Anyway, you attach it to the top of the bench, and you can have it either way. So you can have it over the seat, or you can have it at the back of the bench, so that the tarpaulin, it doesn't matter which way you have it, it's dry. Does that make sense?
Say that again.
So you have the tarpaulin attached to the top of the bench, and you can have it either way. So if it goes over the seat part, it keeps it dry.
Yes.
And if you have it over the back backside on your show.
So your invention is tarpaulin over a bench?
Or polystyrene.
I've got a better invention. I have a better invention. Heated benches. So they would dry once the rain had stopped, the heating would come on, it would dry up, and you'd have a dry bench as quick as that, and you'd have warm bottoms.
It'd be too expensive, Ian.
How much is tarpaulin?
It's very cheap.
So is heating.
But it's very cheap.
You plug it into your neighbours.
Sorry?
Here's the thing with your inventions. They're too small. They have no vision. You need to be bigger. You need to think bigger.
Paradise Earth, my friend. Paradise Earth.
Okay, maybe think a little bit right. Split the difference between tarpaulin benches and a fictional world that's fueled by shit.
It's not fictional at all. It's totally positive.
Okay.
It will work.
How's life going for you, Noel?
Really well, thanks. I recommend paliperidone for you.
What?
As a mental health.
You recommend what?
Paliperidone.
What's that?
It's a mental health medication.
Oh no! I tend to take my mental health medication recommendations from doctors, but I appreciate it's working for you, is it?
It totally is, Ian.
Well, then, if it's working for you, that's great.
I can't recommend it enough, Ian. Okay. It's so amazing that it's unbelievable.
Can I ask, in what way is it amazing?
In that it helps you to relax totally.
Yeah.
It's just really, really good.
Okay. Well, I'm glad it's working for you, Noel. You're a good man, and you deserve to be happy.
And I'm drunk.
And you're drunk. Well, you deserve to be drunk. All right, man. Thanks for calling.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. There we go. Noel Taylor, who is drunk. And with that, the switchboard is empty. Peace. Peace reigns. I don't want any more calls for the next 25 minutes. I want to enjoy the peace and quiet.
I wouldn't have known that Noel was drunk, would you?
You've been sarcastic.
No. I wouldn't have known.
I would have.
No.
I could smell it. He was steaming.
I mean, the ideas were no more outlandish, were they?
The slur.
They were less outlandish.
They were less outlandish. I told you years ago, for a birthday present, I think it was, or maybe it was a Christmas present, somewhere in a park in Highgate, North London, there is a bench. It's a great present. I could never do it again, unfortunately, but it's a great present. Somewhere in a park in Highgate, there is a bench with a plaque dedicated to my wife on there, because I thought it was a nice romantic thing to do, and it was worded something like, this bench is dedicated to then my wife, who with love from her husband and her 2 young boys. And then a neighbour or a friend of ours was walking their dog over there, and they heard an elderly couple sat on the bench and were reading the plaque and went, "Oh, it's a shame she died. She had 2 young boys."
Oh my God.
Isn't it?
Wow.
Isn't it? They thought she was dead, and I really tried hard to write it so that it wouldn't sound
beloved wife and mother.
Yeah, so it wouldn't sound like she was dead.
No.
And it's a really nice park in Highgate, and most of the benches had plaques on already, so it was really hard. The choice was limited. I don't even remember. It wasn't even that expensive, but I thought it was a really lovely thing to do. And then and I think I showed it to her, and she went, "Oh, thanks," And
now I know what it's going to be like to be dead.
My boys went and saw it, I guess, because it was done when they were babies. And I think they saw it for the first day, like a few months ago. I got a phone call saying, "We're in London and we've just seen Mummy's bench," and that'll be there forever, because the park look after it. I think you pay, it's like 200 quid or something. And the park we went past it once and there was a screw missing, and they went and sorted it out. So they look after it, it's a great.
The best one of those I've seen. Have you seen that one online where it's like, this is in memory of John Smith, who hated this park and everyone in it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. I love reading dedications on benches. I may be the only person that will stop at benches. Walk around a park for me can take ages, because I'm reading all the dedications. I love it. Some of them are really beautiful. Some of them are a bit of a waste. You think you really could have made more of an effort with that. But that'll be there forever. I'm tempted to just go and do it in other parks for just like fictional people. I don't know. Jamie, stay there. We'll come to you in a second. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the Late Night Alternative every weeknight from 10 with Kath and Iain on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with that man, Iain Lee. There's no strangers here, just friends you haven't stalked on Facebook yet.
Have never sent my picture to anyone who didn't request it.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Yes.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Oh, by the way, we've made over £2,000 from the, here's the thing, the Late Night Alternative transcripts. I've closed the plate. Anyway, we've made over £2,000. The book is on sale on lulu.com. It will be on sale October, November, for another 3 months on December the 26th. We're gonna stop it. So if you want to get it, now is the time. Go to lulu.com, type in, Late Night Alternative. It's a green book with a picture of me and Kath on the front. It's the transcripts of the show. It's very funny. All profit, £5.98 is pure profit. Lulu take the rest. All profit goes to, the Samaritans. We've made over £2,000. So well done, everybody. That's great. Let's go to Jamie. Good evening, Jamie.
Good evening. It's design fault of Twitter. I'm not using my usual number tonight.
What? A design fault of Twitter?
Twitter, you know, that Twitter thing that we go on?
Yes.
Design fault. We talk sometimes.
Oh, it's design fault. I thought you were saying it was. I do apologise. I thought you were saying it is a design fault of Twitter that I'm not using my usual number. You're the magnet fishing guy.
Yeah.
Boom shakalak. Right. Now tell Catherine the story that I sort of half read, and I saw a little bit of news. So tell Catherine what happened to you.
So we were magnet fishing in Maida Vale, and we pulled up an SPAS-12 shotgun.
What?
Whoa, that's the kind of gun. That's a good gun to get in Fortnite.
It's the big gun from is it Lock Stock?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They're not messing about.
Flipping that.
No, so we phoned the police. They came down, pulled it off.
You grassed?
Yeah, I'm a little snitch.
Snitches get stitches. But did you? I mean, I don't know much about guns. Did it have bullets in it?
We don't think so. They called the firearms people to come and make it safe and take it away.
Flipping it, man.
God, designed for police and special forces use.
Military.
There's
thing.
a video on YouTube.
So you and this was right. So hang on. So what size? You must have had a big old magnet.
I've got a selection. My biggest one will pull in about 500 kilograms.
Wow. So do you go out? I've been watching that thing with Mortimer and Whitehouse, and they select their bait according to what they want to catch. Are you doing a similar thing? You think, I want something massive. Let's get the big one out.
Well, I chuck the smaller one in first because it's easier to chuck out and drag along. And if you find something that you can't pull because it's too strong, then you chuck in the big ones.
Ooh.
Right, okay, so I've just gone on Amazon, right, and I've typed in magnet fishing.
Yeah.
Right, so for £21...
It's not worth it, it's a rubbish magnet.
Ooh, flipping heck, man.
So about £40 you'll get a full kit with a decent...
Hang on, but it says here this has got a pulling force of 150 kilograms.
Yeah, it's not...
This guy is insane! He's serious! He's laughing at my tiny little magnet! I like it. Alright, 300 kilograms.
Perfect.
This is a G1 double-side magnet fishing kit with rope, 20 metres.
Okay. So usually double-sided means that it's combined pulling force. So both sides will be 150.
Oh, bollocks. But where do you go into? Is it just canals?
Canals, lakes. If you want to do some research on an area that's got some good history and
of gang warfare, it would appear.
Gang warfare or
and
what
is the hit rate of success? Because I get bored very easily. My kids get bored even quicker than me. Are we definitely going to get some good stuff?
Well, under that one bridge, we pulled out an AK-47, the SPAS-12, and a pair of shotgun barrels. But
this is awesome.
If you want to be a little bit more wholesome, because you've got the kids there.
No, we want guns. We want guns. This is the Fortnite generation.
Yeah, well then you go to Grand Union Canal.
And that's quite near you, actually.
Is it?
The further you head into North and East London, the more likely you are to find the crazy stuff.
Oh man, but what other stuff would you, if I just went to local canal, I don't know if there is a local canal, a local pond, lake, what other stuff could I get? I don't want just like spoons and things.
We pulled out jewellery, costume jewellery, but it was like Versace costume jewellery.
Oh, the boys would love that. The boys would love that.
They'd love it. It's excellent. Old signs. We pulled out a hubcap from one of the first ever Volvo cars.
It's not quite so exciting.
Depends if you're into
And
that
do you need a licence?
No, you don't. No.
So you can just go.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got the boys this weekend.
My friend and I have kind of a code of conduct as well, because you don't want to be messing up the area. So if you've got great big bits of metal, then when you put it in a neat pile out of the way of people, and you call the council to pick it up afterwards.
It sounds like a bit of a clean-up job. I don't want to get involved in that rubbish.
You don't have to. It's just what we do. If there's something particularly big that we can't get rid of, or you can put it back.
You don't, have we spoken before, Jamie?
We've spoken loads of times. You saved my life.
Oh, it's you! Flipping it! I'm so sorry. It's you.
Cool. You speak to so many people.
No, I'm always surprised because your voice does not sound like your picture.
Oh, thank you.
No, because you're a hairy man, and you sound, in the picture, you're a hairy man wearing a camo jacket, and in real life, you don't sound like a hairy camo kind of guy.
What do you think he should sound like?
You don't sound like this.
I look like a bit of a rusty tufty, but I'm a real liberal lefty.
Shut your face, you snowflake. You snowflake prick.
Oh.
Sorry, was that too much?
Yeah.
Okay, apologise. Could you
I'm happy with that, that's fine.
Do you know what? I like the sound of this, and I think my boys would like the sound of this. Could you, I'm looking on Amazon, and if you get a few minutes, and you find like a decent starter pack on Amazon, could you tweet me?
Yeah, no worries. I'll do it after the call.
All right, thank you, man. You don't have to, because I will have a proper look at some point. But I appreciate that. But I got the boys this weekend, and it might.
Oh, they'll love it. Honestly, they will absolutely love it.
I think they might do. So, all right, that'd be wicked, man. Thank you for calling up.
More than welcome, anytime.
Nice one, Jamie. Thank you. What do you reckon, Boyley? Fun or another folly?
Sounds like good, clean fun.
It sounds like good, clean fun.
Yeah.
Fun, excuse me.
Fun.
Sorry.
Fun.
Sounds like fun. All right. I'm going to go magnet fishing. Let's go to Raheem.
Hello, Ian. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, Raheem.
Good. I hear you looking on Amazon, yeah? And I'm just thinking, the other day, I bought something off eBay. I got the best bargain ever.
What was it?
I got a Hoover off there. Guess how much I paid for it?
Hang on, let me work this out.
Off eBay?
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
There's got to be a punchline. It's a gag, right?
No.
It's a gag. It's got to be a punchline. So, got suckings, emptied his bag, nozzle,
Are you trying to add to what we were talking about on Friday?
Hang on a second. We just need to get some expert input here.
Hi, David. Can I get my really stuck in a Hoover?
Okay. Gosh, that was quick.
Scat girl, are you? Scat girl, are you?
How much did you pay for it?
£1.
That's very cheap for a Hoover.
It's very cheap.
How old is it?
Not very old.
Have you got it?
I have got it, yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Does it work well?
The rug.
Well, hang on a minute. Then you should try and get your money back if it's doing that.
I turned it down and it was looking fine.
Oh, sucking up the rug. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, dear listener. It was you pressed the dump button! Sam pressed the dump button! It was sucking up the rug. Sam pressed the dump button. Panicked. It's Raheem. We can trust Raheem.
And you know that when people drop an F-bomb, it's accompanied by the usual, whoa!
It was me. I've called you many times. I wouldn't say would I?
Sucking up the rug, dear listener.
Yeah.
Sucking up the rug. Well, don't say it again, because it does sound like the other word when you say it. Well, I'm glad you got a bargain. I'm not allowed. I have barred myself from eBay because I used it too much. And Catherine has my eBay login now. I don't look on there very often because the fun is gone.
Right.
But if I find something that I think I need, I show it to Catherine. She tells me if I need it or not, and she sometimes.
You know what else I reckon?
Yeah.
Some of my friends reckon it might be a string of luck because a few weeks ago I won tickets to New York, and I reckon next maybe I'll try the lottery. What do you reckon?
You won tickets to New York? What is this, Freddie Laker? How? Do you remember when Hoover did that? They were giving away free tickets to New York if everyone bought. And at the end, please be quiet. Please be quiet. And you do this, and if you bought this certain Hoover, you got free tickets to New York. The Hoover was cheaper than tickets to New York, so everyone was just buying the Hoover, whether they needed it or not. And in the end, Hoover had to go, "We're really sorry, we can't afford to do this." Hoover nearly went bust because of it. But how did you win tickets to New York?
Oh, just something I signed up to with this fitness app I use.
Hang on a minute. I'm just ordering. Thank you very much, Jamie. I've just ordered a Wukong double-sided magnet fishing kit. Going magnet fishing at the weekend. Ooh, stay tuned. Kath is not impressed. Come, bring the girls. Bring the girls.
That sounds like a plan, actually.
It does sound like a plan. Bring the girls. We'll go magnet fishing on Sunday.
If you want.
Yeah, if you want. Not bothered. It'll be wicked, and you know it. We don't want a smaller one for the kids, do we?
Nah.
Excuse me.
So.
So I'm not spending. No, I've just spent 38 quid. I'm not spending another 20 quid on one for the kids.
So they can watch you do it. That's how it's going to go, Raheem.
We'll see how strong it is. We'll put them in one of those like metallic jackets and see if I can pick them up. Raheem, anything else?
Let's chuck mosques into that arc of yours.
Mosques? So that's a very touchy subject. Mosques into our reverse arc. Moths.
Moths.
You've really got a problem with your diction, son. Okay, so this is a reverse. I forgot about this reverse arc where we're going to put loads of animals in that we hate, and then we're going to destroy those animals we've got. So far, we've got donkeys in there.
Donkeys, moths, snakes.
You only get one. What is this? There are flies in here.
Little ones. I've noticed a lot of those.
There you go. You can tuck them on the arc as well, yeah?
Yeah. Well, you're only allowed one.
Can I add the daddy's long legs?
Right, because they're always
Raheem doesn't listen.
Raheem
doesn't listen.
I do listen.
You're always talking. Go on.
Well, that's the point of calling up, isn't it?
Well, the point of calling is to have a conversazione, as they say in Italy.
Yeah. Conversazione, mamma mia. Yeah, anyway, moth. Because they're always on my telly when I was trying to watch it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
we'll put moths in there. Thank you very much, Raheem.
I was trying to watch the telly last night and I could hear...
It was a tiny little beatboxer.
No, it was a daddy long legs just like whacking itself against stuff. It made a noise.
Get cats.
Oh, yeah.
They eat them.
Disgusting.
Get cats, they'll just eat them, they will destroy them. They will destroy them. Good evening, Cleo.
I have a very scary spider in the house. It's immense, but apparently I'm not to kill it, because it saves the house from pests.
Well...
Unless the pests are spiders.
Yeah. Invite all its spider mates over and have a spider party. Then you're screwed.
And you see them videos sometimes where people burst spiders and millions of little spiders jump out, and I'm not doing that.
Don't burst the spider. I picked a spider up today and threw it out. I can pick them up. I got hold of them at arm's length, which is weird because it's actually still touching me. Having it near the body, it's
could still climb up your arm.
By touching it, it's as close as it could possibly get to me. But I pick it up, hold it up, and throw it out. And I did that, and I thought, I wouldn't have been able to do that a couple of years ago. I can do that now. I'm evolving.
You're a brave man.
Very brave man.
Braver than me, in fact.
Yeah, goes without saying.
Hey, money spiders, what was all that about? Why were they called money spiders?
Because they bring you money.
They didn't bring me any money.
Well, you weren't doing it properly. you got to make love to them in a very gentle way.
Caressing the money spider.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just thinking about the magnetic fishing.
Yes.
And a byproduct stroke bonus of magnetic fishing is actually collecting fish who've still got the hooks in the mouth and they've been snapped on a line.
What on earth are you talking about?
Because they've got metal hooks in, haven't they? The ones that when the lines snap,
they'll be dead. They'll be dead by then. They'll be dead by then.
Really?
Yeah, I hope so.
Could have been just upstream. I don't know. 2 minutes ago.
Could have been. Could have been. What's the point of this call, Lane?
I died 5 years ago tonight. And usually this night, since then, I've been very depressed. And I'm not depressed. And I'm 2 days away from being 4 months free of depression. And part of it is down to your show. That just sort of blow some smoke up your fundament. And about benches, last Wednesday, my community gave me 2 free park benches. One for the front garden and one for the back.
Oh.
How nice is that?
Very.
I'm now even getting out of the house.
Hang on. Just say the thing about you being dead again.
I died 5 years ago tonight.
But then, how is he able to call us?
Sorry, what do you mean? There's no one on the line.
Hello, caller? Cleo? Hello? That's some freaky shiz, man. I'm glad you're feeling better, Lane. Thank you very much indeed. Always good news, and we're glad you are not dead, or non-existent. We just don't know. Another hour of this nonsense to go. I think it's a fine start to a Monday. First hour, cracking. Second hour, had some moments. Third hour, who knows? Who knows? If you want to give us a call, now will be a great time. Empty switchboard, so you'll be guaranteed to get in early doors after midnight. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain and Kath, weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Something been going on and I don't know what it is. Whoa, you don't mind the taking, girl, but you don't know how to give. Whoa, you drive me crazy. I don't know, baby. Thinking that it's me you're fooling. Where's the riding? All of our fighting. Look at what you're doing. Where's the love? It's not enough. It makes the world go round and round and where's the love? Just give it a hug. It makes the world go round and round and round. You see, now you look around. We're tripping all over ourselves, all
some point, everybody will have to admit they like Hanson. There's just nowhere. They're so great. Oh, then it ends quite suddenly. That's what happens when you pony songs off YouTube. 0344 499 1000. This might get a little bit trippy because who knows, our next caller might end up talking to herself. Good evening, Jasmine.
Good evening, Ian. Hello, Catherine.
Hello, Jasmine.
I got the book last week and I'm actually very proud to be in it.
I'm so pleased you enjoyed it.
Do you think she sounds like you, Jasmine? Because to me, the impression is uncanny.
No, I think she gets my
Catherine, please be quiet. I'm asking Jasmine now, so just be quiet.
I think you're being very rude to me.
We're not being rude to you. We just want to know if you think that Catherine sounds like you, Jasmine. Catherine, I'm talking to Jasmine, Catherine, if you don't mind.
I think she sounds a bit sexier than me.
Do you think so?
Wow.
Okay. You got the book, did you, Jasmine? Thank you for buying it.
Oh yeah, I bought it twice so far, so I bought 2 books so far.
In case you ruin one.
No, I bought 2 so far. We buy more for Christmas presents.
Okay. Which is good.
Yeah, exactly.
You have contributed to the book?
Yes.
Your contribution is excellent. I can't remember which one you did.
Oh, I can remember. The Barclays scammers.
Oh, the Barclays scammers. Yes. Do you have the book there?
Yes, on a couch.
Would you like to lie on the couch, get comfortable and read us a snatch?
Yeah, of course.
Where you go?
Which do you want?
I think you should choose.
How about the guy who masturbates in a disabled toilet?
Ah, yes.
What's the script part? Oh, here. Page 12.
Found it straight away. Fell open to that page.
I think it's called Flogging It, isn't it?
Flogging It, yeah.
Or is it Disabled Lou?
Disabled toilet.
Yeah, there we go.
From Spencer.
There we go. Away you go. In your own time.
So do I have to do your voices as well?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Catherine has impersonated you. It's only fair you impersonate us.
Go on, Jasmine. Go for it.
All right, I will do Catherine as women's voice.
Go on, Jasmine. Time to go for it now. I can't do it. Sam, you try Jasmine. Go on, Sam.
Jasmine.
All right.
Go on, Jasmine. Go for it.
Go on, Jasmine. That's not bad, mate. That's not bad. Hope you're all doing your Jasmine impressions at home.
All together now.
Go on, Jasmine. Go for it. 1, 2, 3.
Go on, Jasmine. Go for it.
Wow, that will give me nightmares.
It was in harmony. We were like the weird Bee Gees. Anyway, go on, Jasmine. Actually, go for it.
All right, let's get started with you, Ian. Paul is what I like. Good evening, Paul. Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Paul. What have you got for us, Paul? I am a bit angry. angry.
I don't understand a word that is quite. Your phone is quite muffled. Do they have muffled phones in your country?
I have a Samsung. That's Korean.
She's got a Samsung.
Okay. Samsung is Korean. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Ah, I see. What's his name? Lo Hung. What's his name? Kim Lo Hung.
No, Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un. His middle name is, he's got 2 middle names.
Oh, no, ill now. Ill was the dad, right? And he was ill.
He was very ill. Fatal. No, this is Kim Lo Hung.
Kim Yum Yum, according to Babcock.
Kimmy Bum Bum. And is this racist? I feel it is a bit racist, but he's an evil dictator, but I don't want to diss all of the North Koreans.
Why are you being like this, Jasmine? Just read the book.
Kim Lo Hung make Samsung
with his mum.
Deliberately faulty, yeah.
Yeah, so that we have trouble to hear this. But this is great. Away you go. Get to the bit where he talks about being in a disabled toilet. Skip forward a couple of pages.
Before.
Okay.
Children. All right.
Here we go. This is live. Anything can happen.
As if you hadn't guessed.
This will not be in the best of.
No.
Go.
What is that?
What?
I went in there. Yeah. And I did the deed eventually. So you went in there. You just go in there just to go to the toilet and then suddenly, because it was the disabled toilet, you start being a bit horny. Oh my god. You said
Go on.
It wasn't that, it was the first toilet I've seen. Right.
Imagine someone tuning in now.
Jasmine is reading the transcript of when a caller phoned in who had to go to a hospital to make a sperm donation to find out why he was unable to have a baby, and he went and knocked one out in a disabled toilet. He's telling us the story. Continue, please, Jasmine. Spoiler.
Right, okay. So you went into the disabled toilet. Yeah. And, trashed it.
And that's him saying that.
Yeah.
That's a phrase I've never used. Thrashed it.
Is what? I trashed it.
No wonder they had funny tails. Battered.
Carry on, please, Jasmine. This is the best thing I've ever heard.
No, I didn't really feel, no. When the girlfriend at the time was on a climate and she used to say, come on, it's time. Yeah. And you'd say, well, what do you mean it's time? I was probably walking the dog or something, and she'd say, oh, we need to, and I used to think, well, it's not really very spontaneous, is it? It was a bit like that in the toilet, to be honest. So you trashed it. You trashed it into the disabled toilet, gave it to the doctor, and what did he say about the sperm he thought? Well, no, the funny thing was when I was in the toilet and I came out all red-faced, and this nurse said, oh no, we've got a little room we can go.
The nurse's voice is my favourite part of this.
Because it must have been in the department where I probably found myself to the right place. Ha ha ha. What have you been doing in there? She said, oh no. She said, they have a booth with magazines. I thought you were going to say there's a lady in a wheelchair magazine.
Oh, that's me.
Is that you doing Kath's voice?
I sound like Sue from Sutty and Sweet. Oh, Matthew. Oh, what have you been doing in the toilet?
All right, Jasmine, we're going to end it there. I have to say, you reading out a tale about a man masturbating in a disabled toilet is way funnier than I ever thought it could be. Call us more often, Jasmine. I really enjoy your calls.
Okay, I promise.
All right, we'll speak again soon. Thanks for being a good sport. Good night.
Bye-bye.
I don't know why that was so funny. Yes, I do, actually. I do. I know exactly why that was so funny. We got Nigel and we got Nick coming up next. I actually snotted during one of those passages.
I hope that's what it was.
This is Talk Radio.
Jacked up jive talk for janitors, jazz cats, and gin-soaked boys and girls.
Is that Commando?
If you're awake. You're welcome.
I've got 5 cactus needles stuck in my...
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
I'm still laughing at that. Thank you, Jasmine.
Why are you laughing?
I think Sam's impression of her is spot on. Sam, let's have it again.
Nah.
He's gone, is it? Let's go to Nick. Good evening, Nick.
Evening, Ian.
Good evening, Nick. What have you got for us tonight, please?
I just rang in for a chat, mate, really.
Okay, what's going on, man?
No, I was lying in bed with my girlfriend, and we've, yeah, nothing like that.
Okay, well.
She's too fat for me.
Oh, come on, man. That's not a nice thing to say, Nick.
No, she's asleep, it's alright.
No, it's not a nice thing to say. It's not how we talk about our partners. That's not a very pleasant thing to say, unfortunately. That's not a nice thing to say. You know, she's too fat for you. You're too much of a dick for her, I think. She deserves better than that, Nick. Come on, man. That's very, very disrespectful. We'll have none of that. Let's go. That was an odd thing, wasn't it? Let's go. Speaking of odd things, it's Nigel!
It's Nigel's time.
Sing it, brother. Sing it. Preach it.
Yeah. Tuning in, calling up, talking to the nation, sing the song, melody. I'm keeping you a word. It's our time, John.
Nigel, I'm gonna stop you there.
Yeah.
What did we say about your location when you were calling us?
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I know. Sorry. I was in Mum's chair, though.
Nigel! We know that doesn't work!
No, I'm just going into the kitchen. It's better out in the kitchen.
Always start the conversation in the place where you know we get a phone signal.
You sounded quite clear to me, though.
Well, that doesn't matter.
On the other end.
That doesn't matter.
I'm on the other end, don't forget.
Yes, exactly, but we're on this end.
Hang about a minute. Oh, it's all right. I'll show you in a minute. I've got a recording of one of my girlfriends here. I can let you hear in a minute.
Oh,
one off.
Wow, I think I've got that recording.
No, this is Amy.
This is it. I've got it. Someone sent it to me. Hang on.
No.
No, not that.
It had 14,000 views, didn't it?
Gosh.
On YouTube.
I don't know. Well,
Are you looking?
No, I'm not. I'm joking.
No. Yeah, I'm getting engaged this week. I'm getting engaged with my girlfriend.
Okay, well that's something.
Well, I thought I'd tell you because I'm so pleased, and that we're gonna have a look at some rings. Have a look at some rings.
Where are you getting the money for the ring?
Well, we're going to get a second-hand one, I am. Okay. Anyway, she doesn't mind. She said she'd be happy with a box of chocolates, but I said I want to give her a ring.
Okay.
Give her a ring.
Okay.
Give her a ring. That's a joke.
Okay. Well, you know, my suggestion, if I were a friend of yours, I would just say, sounds like this is happening very, very quickly. I would suggest you just take your time. There's never any rush to get married.
Oh, no need to get married, but I thought it was a good thing to do as we see each other every day.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I quite like her.
Fair play.
But, I've been busking in Tunbridge. I've been playing the drums in Tunbridge.
Yeah.
I've got an electronic drum kit. You can lay it out on the floor. It's like a mat with a drum kit, and they're all pads, like the pad things.
Yeah. I know those drum kits.
Yeah. And I played with my hands, but there are some sticks to go with it. But you can play with your fingers like I did. Play with your fingers on it, and it's very loud because I've got 2 big speakers. And a crowd of schoolgirls were clapping after I did my drum solo. They were cheering and clapping.
Well,
so it must sound quite good.
Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great.
And you can plug a headset for singing into the same speaker. So I did singing and drumming in the same afternoon.
Yeah.
But we've had so much rain, so I couldn't too much today.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to hear this girl saying hello to my mum Audrey? I've got it fixed up.
So who is this?
This is Amy, a girlfriend I had 2 years ago.
This is the girl in the charity shop.
No, this is you won't know this one, but it had 14,000 views. A lot of views, isn't it?
That is a lot of views. Okay.
Hang on a second, I just. I'm trying to start it. Won't be a minute. It's coming on now.
What are we listening to?
That was it.
Oh, well, that sounds like a very nice person.
It's nice to keep. I mean, I've got Sadie on there as well, which I'll show you another night. You know, the Sadie that I was speaking about on the other video.
Yeah.
On YouTube. It went on YouTube, didn't it? The Sadie, you said that you didn't believe I had.
Okay. All right, Nigel.
That's two girlfriends up besides.
Okay, well, friends that are girls, yeah.
Well, no, I've known them quite a long time, these people.
So friends that are friends that are girls.
It's nice to have lots of friends, isn't it?
Oh, it's nice to be nice, as my mother would say.
So that was funny that woman was talking about in the toilet, bashing the bishop.
Okay. All right, Nigel. Listen, nice to talk to you, man. Thank you.
Very funny she was, yeah.
She was very funny. Nigel, thank you very much. I'm realising as it goes on, I don't quite know how to handle Nigel's calls anymore. I don't quite know. It all sounds, on a superficial level, it sounds very entertaining and amusing. But there's so much, and I try and pitch it at that. You're right to call me in then. There's so much. I just don't know what to make. And then it kind of dawned on me, is he getting engaged in the same way that 9-year-old kids get engaged? I don't know.
Well, he said that he wasn't about getting married, so.
I have to say the last 6 months the progression has really alarmed me.
Yeah.
Hey, Nigel, if you're listening, congratulations. I hope you're both very, very happy. I genuinely mean that. I wish you nothing but happiness. But,
does seem to be very fast.
Doesn't it seem to be fast? And, as someone...
And also, do you know what I find? That when Nigel takes a shine to somebody, he really does.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, I get all of the, tweets for all the other shows and texts for the other shows. It's honestly, the last 2.5 hours, there's been a load of racist stuff about London being a Muslim city, and there's less white people than there are normal people, and it's just horrendous. Honestly, the majority of this station's output is awful right-wing shit-stirring bile. We really are pandering to the lowest common denominator. Not on this show, dear listener. Oh no, may God bless each and every one of you for listening. But a lot of the output on this station, it's sub Tommy Robinson. It really is. Look, here comes one of the far right now. Look, flipping it. Let's deal with short shrift. Yes, Nelly, what can we do for you?
I'm not that way inclined, as you well know.
Ah, gotcha!
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Jeez, go on.
So, sorry. Yeah, I've got my ticket for Brighton. I'm going to make a long trip.
I saw your drive. It's like a 5.5 hour drive for you.
Yeah. Might not get it, because you don't come anywhere near where I live.
Where do you live?
Hartlepool, the north east, the end of the country.
Well,
we came
to Manchester.
Not that close, really.
It's closer than Brighton.
Yeah, to be fair, I should have come to that one, really, but,
Well, we're coming back to Manchester again.
Well, I've bought my ticket now.
Well, you don't have to come. We still get the money.
Do you know, it might be close to Glasgow.
Yeah, we went to Glasgow.
I know Christian comes, and he comes from Newcastle.
Yeah.
See, I've also booked a hotel room as well. So
well, in that case, hey, listen, come and have a great time. It's Brighton, do you know what I mean? Brighton's wicked. Fish and chips on the beach, beautiful. In fact, we should do that. We should do that, going on fish and chips on the beach.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great show. It's a tiny little room, 60 people. It's always a great show. It's one of our favourite venues. And it'd be wonderful to see you. But, you're a nut job. But we appreciate your support.
I thought it'd be nice to see if anyone's interested in a road trip.
Nellie's getting murdered. Nellie's getting murdered.
I thought there might be a nice bit of interest there. A lot of people on Twitter follow me, follow you, might be going.
Just tell us where you're coming from and a few of the key points you're going to hit on the way down to Brighton, and we'll see if we can we'll see if we can find someone who wants to join part of the road trip with you.
So, Hartlepool, through Middlesbrough, through North Yorkshire, down the A1, around M25, Brighton.
Such a fair play. I like a long drive though. I enjoy a long drive because you can listen to podcasts. I've just found a Beach Boys podcast. There's 35 episodes. Boom, I'm in. You can listen to music. Whoever phoned up and recommended In Rainbows, the Radiohead album, thank you. First 2 tracks I thought, well, this is a load of rubbish. Then track 3 kicks in, Nude, the one I played you, Catherine. My God, there's one videotape as well. What an album. Thank you, dear listener. Well, if anybody wants to take part, Nelly, then I guess they can tweet me and I will tweet them in your direction. Have to say legally, if anyone gets murdered or molested, it's nothing to do with us. I think it's a terrible, terrible idea. But Nelly is a grown man, although, you know, you wouldn't believe it if you saw him because he's quite short, but he is... it's not a problem. He is a grown man, and he can make his own decisions.
Yeah, true. Plus, I'm not a murderer either, so...
Well, that's what a murderer would. That's what murderers do say when they're in prison. I'm not a murderer.
Or a molester.
Or a molester. Okay. He's neither a murderer nor a molester. You have... that's the Nelly guarantee. He will make up really annoying... quizzes that are grounded entirely in his fictional world and have no grounding in reality, and it will drive you nuts.
6 hours drive as well.
Yeah, exactly. We get sick of it after 5 minutes. So yeah, 6 hours of that. Flipping it. If you're not a murderer going in, you will be coming out.
Yeah, I quite like a long drive because I remember over 10 years ago I went on holiday by myself down to Cornwall, down to Newquay.
Yeah.
That was like 8-hour drive. And it was, I had a little stopover in Manchester on the way.
Yeah.
I had a night in Manchester. It was a nice little, well, not little, but a nice sort of...
A little road trip on your own. Yeah, that's lovely.
Quite nice. So, if no one comes, I'll be fine. But, yeah. If someone else comes, it'll be less weird. Will it be less weird?
No, it'll be more weird.
Would it be more?
And it's not less weird, it will be fewer weird. And it would be more weirder.
You know this reverse Noah's Ark thing?
Yeah.
Did someone say moths earlier?
Yeah, Raheem.
Yeah, go along with that. Yeah, completely. There was a night, there was a moth in my bedroom, near the light, and it sort of like...
They're little buggers.
Well, this one was quite big, and I was like stood up, just going like sort of get changed.
Yeah.
And it must have like they just sort of dive bombed me.
Yeah, they do. They hate
Went
humans.
to my head, and I punched it.
What?
And it just flew off.
Jeez.
Yeah.
The crazy creatures, get them off the planet.
And you could have 6 hours of stories like that if you choose to share, to carpool with Nelly. You could have that. Nelly, you're a good man and we appreciate your support, brother. Thank you very much indeed. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Let's go to Jamie. Good evening, Jamie.
Hi, I'm just so lonely. I was just wondering anyone's got a spare cat I can borrow. Hello?
A spare cat?
Yeah, that's right. I'm just so lonely, mate, you know? And to Nigel, I'm talking about his birds.
I don't want to hear what your thoughts are on Nigel.
Why?
Because you sound like a jerk.
What? Why do I sound like a jerk?
Well, because your thing that you're doing, I don't know, it's neither funny, it's not entertaining on any level whatsoever.
What am I doing? What do you think I'm doing, though?
I think you're being an idiot.
Oh, thank you. And why do you think I'm being an idiot?
You phoned up and done a piece about being lonely and you want to borrow a cat.
No, because Nigel was lonely, that's what I was saying. Get himself a cat, you know?
You were saying you were lonely and you wanted to borrow a cat.
I am lonely, yeah. So, you know what I mean?
Where are you going to borrow a cat from?
Well, I can always get one. Anyone can donate me a cat.
Well, no one's going to donate you a cat.
Well, I'm just wondering, that's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
It was the reference to Nigel's birds that got my hackles.
Oh, it was the opening gambit that got my hackles. My hackles were gone before we got to Nigel's bird. Then what terrible call on all levels. What you got for us, Boyley?
Chat's fate.
Yay! Feeling hot. Right. So very quickly, sorry. Someone who follows me was at this thing. There was an event for Nigel's. Should have mentioned it to Nigel.
Oh.
A pub landlord reckons he set a record for the largest gathering of Nigels with 432.
Oh.
Nigel Smith organised the get-together as the once popular name is dying out. The 56-year-old said, one travelled over from Texas. There wasn't space in the pub, so we gathered in a marquee outside. 2 Nigels played songs by or about Nigels, and there was a comic called Nigel. We had 4 specially brewed ales. Nigel, Nigel, Mad Nigel, and Nigel's Best. It was a great evening. Dad of 2, Nigel, who runs the Fleece Inn at Brett Fortum, Worcestershire, explained there were no Nigels registered in 2016, so I thought I'd get us all together. We raise money for the British Heart Foundation because us Nigels are getting to a certain age. And someone tweeted me, Nigel tweeted me saying he was at Nigel night and he said it was a lot of fun and I was hoping he was going to call in. So Nigel, if you're listening, 0344 499 1000. I like stuff like that. 432 Nigels in one place.
My old headmaster was a Nigel, and years later I went back to interview him for the BBC locally.
Oh.
And he said, call me Nigel, and I said, I'm sorry, I can't.
No, you can't.
No.
Can't do that. I struggle calling the kids' teachers by their first name. I struggle. Makes me very uncomfortable. But no, I could never call an old teacher
by the first name. No, that's like knowing the magic spell.
No, it's not. That's not happening.
It's like when my daughter said, I know what Mrs. I think it was Mrs. Yates. I know what Mrs. Yates' name is. I went, yeah, Mrs. Yates. She went, no, Wyvon.
Wyvon. Wyvon. Why? So she'd seen it written down.
Yeah. So we were in the playground and I went, bye, Wyvon. She went, shh, shh. She looked at me, the daughter looked at me as if I'd like, don't drop me in it.
Wyvon.
Wyvon.
Wyvon. Oh, brilliant. Wyvon. Oh, and I don't say this with any pleasure because a man has died.
Right.
Right. And I'm just putting these stories out here. A factory worker is thought to be the first Brit to have died from a lung disease linked to
vaping.
Very sad story. Right. I'm not making light of the story. Just my views on vaping. Oh, it's completely safe. People have been telling me for years. I keep going.
They don't know yet.
It's really new. We have no idea what the long-term effects on vaping are. Investigation suggests, and this is really sad, Terry Miller, 57, is no age, had oil in his lungs from vaping fluid that triggered lipoid pneumonia. Terry's widow, Glynis of Gateshead, has criticised UK health watchdogs for claiming vaping is 95% safer than cigarettes. She said, it lulls people into a false sense of security. Glynis, I'm so sorry for your loss. This is what I have been saying for a long time, for years. We don't know. She says, I remember the doctor taking me into a room as Terry's condition deteriorated and telling me he was as certain as he could be that it was caused by the e-cigarette. There we go.
Yeah.
It's a really, really sad story. It's a few years ago he died, and it's come out today.
Really worrying. Family members of mine swapped from cigarettes to vapes. And
I don't know.
I just noticed that they were on it all day.
Yeah.
Like with a cigarette, you finish it. There's a kind of marker. With this thing, they were like puffing away on it all day.
I tried vaping when we were in Belfast. And, do you know what? I could see myself getting back into that. That's why I did a couple of draws on it, and I could see it on it, and I was choking a bit because it was more intense than I thought, but I could see myself getting really into that. But also I could feel it in my throat and I could feel it in my lungs. It's not smoke, it's vape. It's vapor. Okay. But I felt something burning my throat and in my lungs. I felt it. And you're telling me that has no effect? That has sucking that down has no negative effect on my health? I could feel it. For years. people would, I would, you know, kind of do it to wind up vapists going, well, I think it should be banned. I think it should be banned because it normalises addiction, because it is addictive. It's still got, a lot of them, not all of them, still have nicotine in, and we don't know the long-term effects. And also the vapes are made by the cigarette companies that are terrified because people are, you know, cigarettes are getting banned and people are dying. So the cigarette companies are going, shit, how are we going to make money? Oh, vaping. They're all owned by the same companies. It's the dealer has come up with something that is more expensive and will last longer.
Yeah, exactly. So even if it is less harmful and we don't know properly yet, and this will unravel as time goes by, so they keep you addicted for longer. Yeah. You get more of your money.
But we don't know the long-term effects, and it's worrying. Anyway, let's take a break. When we come back, chat it's fate. If you want to give us a call, you're very, very welcome to 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional.
Hello.
The unpredictable.
Don't you think that's a bit weird?
And the completely unorthodox.
It was my birthday.
With rule-free Iain Lee.
I was just trying to generate a bit of content.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Hate alarm clock, hate going to work.
On Talk Radio.
Sonny's got it. Look, a really worrying trend I've noticed is kids as young as 11 or 12 have started vaping because they think it's cool. They would have, I guess, no intention of smoking a cigarette. They just want the contraption. And that's the thing I've been saying for years. It's a gadget, right? So gadgets are cool. And it totally normalises it. And so now I've been saying this for so long. I hate it.
Also for parents, there isn't the telltale smell.
No!
That was giving us away back in the 90s and 80s.
And everyone thinks it's completely safe. Everyone thinks it's safe, and it's not safe, man. Chat it's fake, Catherine.
Here's the one that leapt out. Normally I give you a choice, but I thought this one is all about us. Evil on the airwaves.
Oh! Matthew Wright and that TV Kevin man.
The DJ's a lost soul.
He's an arsehole. Jokes! It's jokes. It's just a little bit of badinage.
Talk about Radio Gaga. Mine's got a mind of its own. Andy Warrington-Jones, 41, from Manchester.
Oh, you can do the accent.
Exactly, I don't need to do a voice.
Ah, yeah, very Manchester, very Manchester.
Back in June, my mate Phil and I were chatting over a cuppa in a local cafe. As usual, whenever we got together, talk very swiftly turned to...
Fanny.
The supernatural.
Okay. Okay.
Phil, a keen paranormal investigator, that'll be why.
There we go.
Confided that he was being seriously freaked out by an old 1930s Bush radio he'd modified by adding equipment to make it into a device to communicate with the spirit.
Oh gosh, of course you can get that stuff. I'd forgotten you can buy that stuff on eBay now and Amazon.
Since he got it, his wife had been viciously scratched by an entity he was convinced was attached to the radio.
The aerial.
Things had got so bad.
Why did they not... Right, with radios...
Yeah.
Even now with some things, right... Why is it that crappy, thin metal, extendable...
Or,
that
worse,
just snaps?
that wire that just falls down the back.
the wire's rubbish. But the thin metal thing just snaps, and then whoever owned a radio with a thin metal telescopic aerial, always had, like, the top third of it missing. And you couldn't push it back in, because then you'd lose it. Everyone!
I've got a mini hi-fi. And occasionally I'll be listening to the radio and it'll just...
You've got a great hi-fi.
It's a mini one. It's compact. Does what it needs to. And occasionally I'll be listening to it and all of a sudden...
Do you take it stereo?
Pardon?
Doesn't quite
I don't really know what you mean.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Every now and again, and I'll realise it's because that little wobbly wire's come out the back.
Yeah, I hate...
It's a point, man.
Stuff.
Anyway.
On with the story. Pete,
can I have some spooky music, please? Because I feel like it just adds that certain je ne sais quoi.
Of course. Let us get some spooky music.
Things have got so bad. Things have got so bad she'd refuse to have the radio in the house. Not really, but I can, I'm a professional, I can manage.
No,
No. I have to say this.
Oh no, we can't play him anymore.
Enough's enough. I'm getting rid of it, he told me. Heavy breathing. That's how I'm doing the subtitles in this one.
Okay.
Suddenly I heard a man breathing heavily as if he was standing right behind me, and my nose filled with sharp, acrid cigar smoke and the musty smell of unwashed clothes.
Yeah.
It was the spirit of the radio. Huh? He was here right now in the cafe
Terry
with us.
Wogan. Good morning, I'm Terry Wogan.
Top of the morning to you.
I'm Terry Wogan.
Silly old togs.
I'm a silly old tosser. I'm Terry Wogan.
Still love Terry Wogan.
And today I will be playing ABBA.
I was going to say Silly Buggers.
I'll be playing Silly Buggers. I'm Terry Wogan. Hello there. Got a letter asking for Janet and John. Terry Wogan. There we go. Carry on, please. Come to you in a minute, P, I promise.
The hairs on the back of my neck prickled. As a medium, paranormal investigator and demonologist, my senses were telling me there was something extremely sinister about this spirit. And although I couldn't explain why, I felt some sort of weird connection to the spirit of the radio.
You just went all Jasmine then. The spirit of the radio.
I felt compelled to investigate this further. I'll take the radio off your hands, Phil, I said. A couple of days later, I met up with Phil to collect the radio. As soon as he opened his car boot to take out the radio, I was hit by a wave of sorrow and loss so intense it took my breath away. I knew it was something to do with the spirit of the radio. But what?
But what?
But what?
But what?
I took the radio home to the house I shared with my now ex-wife.
No, don't do that. That's too freaky. That is too freaky.
I carried the radio upstairs into our bedroom and carefully put it down on the floor in a corner with the rest of my paranormal investigation equipment. Or shit, as my ex-wife called it. Cigar smoke. The following morning, I was lying in bed when the air suddenly filled with the smell of cigar smoke and dirty clothes.
His wife's having an affair.
The spirit of the radio is not going to reduce that one, is it?
No,
No, it can't be.
2 points. She's having it off.
With a cigar smoker.
Cigar smoker.
Looking up, I spotted a ghostly figure in the corner where the radio was still on the floor. A man in his...
Rattle, jewellery.
Oh, my God.
Huh? Is it?
A man in his 60s, sitting in an old faded armchair.
No!
He was overweight and balding, thank God. Thank God.
Thank God it's not him. Jeez, that would have been awful.
The sparse hair around his ears greasy and grey. He was wheezing and muttering under his breath. The spirit from the radio showing himself to me, and I was getting seriously bad vibes off him. A cold shiver ran through me. The following day I was in the kitchen when my wife, it says wife, it's his ex-wife, came into the room and started pottering around, and that's when I spotted a livid red scratch on her chest.
She's totally having it off with someone.
Hiding him in the thing when he comes in. How did you get that? I asked, pointing to... I can't be...
Do it.
How did you get that? I asked.
Come on.
Pointing to the gash. I don't know, she whispered, looking shocked. A few minutes before, my wife had been upstairs in our bedroom where the radio was. There was only one explanation. And the one he leapt to was... the spirit in the radio had attacked her.
Jesus, this guy is an absolute bell cheese.
Just like the investigation seems to be something weird happens. Ghosts.
She's been getting away. She's been having orgies, getting away with all sorts.
Smoking cigars.
Oh, what's that on your chest? Oh, it's ectoplasm, love. No, don't worry about that. It's gone now.
The spirit in the radio had attacked her just like he'd scratched Phil's wife. Yeah. End to the attacks. Anger rose up in me. There was no way I was going to stand for him picking on women. I performed a ritual on the radio.
Oh, I've done that before now, and I got the sack. Once they saw the footage.
Wrapping it in layers of psychic protection, so the spirit couldn't leave the radio and hurt anyone again. After that, I could still hear him wheezing and muttering, but at least the ritual had stopped him getting out of the radio and lashing out at my wife. But despite what he'd done, he was clearly unhappy, and I wanted to help him. Tuning in, I sensed his name was Winston. What happened to you, Winston? I asked gently. I heard wheezing. Then in a
I shot your wife.
Then in a cracked, breathless voice, Winston began to tell me his tragic story. During World War II, he'd been at home listening to the news on the radio with his wife and 3 children.
Here we go.
But a German bomb had fallen on the house, flattening it and killing him and his family.
The end.
The radio's all I've got left of them, he said sadly.
Oh,
my heart filled with pity. But why are you being a dick? No, he didn't say that. Let me help you to cross to the spirit world, I told him. Your family will be waiting for you. No, he growled. I'm staying with the radio.
I like Popmaster on Ken Bruce. I will not miss it.
Open connection. Winston was obviously scared he wouldn't find his family on the other side. No, I think he was into Ken Bruce. So he wanted to remain with his precious radio. It was the only connection to them that he had left. After that,
I want to know what happens to the 2 gays with a baby in the Archers.
It was the only connection he had left. After that, I often asked Winston if he wanted me to help him go into the light, but he just kept refusing. A while later, I took the radio to a paranormal investigation at a stately home in Coventry, West Midlands.
Oh, okay.
I placed the radio on a table and then performed a ritual, he loves that, doesn't he, to remove the psychic protection I'd placed on it so that I could use it to communicate with the place's spirits.
Does that mean just taking the batteries out?
Dettol wipe.
Right.
As soon as I'd finished my ritual, the investigation team's medium came across. I can't work anywhere near that, she gasped, her eyes wide, pointing at the radio. The spirit attached to it is evil.
Oh, we didn't know that.
For the rest of the night, she refused to be in the same room as the radio. And she wasn't the only one.
Was Julia Hartley-Brewer on?
After that, different mediums on other ghost hunts were so freaked out by the radio, they wouldn't go anywhere near it. Then, in December last year, I took the radio to another paranormal investigation. As usual, I removed the spiritual protection around it, warning everyone that the spirit haunting the radio had a track record of scratching women. A man started using the box to communicate with spirits.
His wife's box?
Suddenly his wife groaned with pain.
Oh, pain is it now?
My arm's burning, she gasped, worried. Turning on our torches, we saw her left arm from wrist to elbow was red raw, as if someone had poured boiling water on it. Stop it. I hastily put the psychic protection back on the radio. Immediately, the lady's arm stopped hurting and returned to its normal colour. Despite all that's happened, I still take the radio on paranormal investigations. I always tell everyone there about Winston and warn them that he has a tendency to scratch women. But although what he does is very wrong, I don't believe Winston is truly evil. Bro code, innit? He lashes out at the living because he's angry, confused and hurting. It's only birds anyway. I'll never get rid of the radio because I feel responsible for Winston. I'll keep asking if he wants me to help him pass over. I just hope that one day he'll say yes and he'll be reunited with his family at last. It will be a happy ending to a very sad story.
And if you want to hear an old male ghost on the radio, just listen to any BBC local radio station between 9 and 12 in the morning.
They do have a tendency to lash out at women.
Let's go to... We do know one, and he blocked us. There's one who blocked us on Twitter, and we know what he gets up to. And every now and then he'll have a little pop at us, and I go, mate, I know what you've done. I know what you've done.
But not just that. I mean, some of them are just, the way they speak to their producers, for example, who tend to be women. It's appalling.
Good evening, Pete.
Good evening, Ian. Hello, Kath. How are you doing?
Hello, Pete.
What can we do for thee on this holy evening?
Talking about BBC local radio, I used to listen to you two on 3 Counties.
Welcome.
Avid listener. So, and I've listened to you guys for a few times on the podcast to begin with, and then a few times live. And I thought that, tonight was the time to ring in.
Thank you, man. Well, thank you very much for your support and for following us around. What have we got for us tonight?
Ian, your support that you give to people is incredible. What you do for people that ring in for you with, whatever problem they've got, whatever they're going through, if you can relate, if you can't relate, whatever you do for them literally is incredible.
Thank you, man.
So I just wanted to say that first of all.
Thank you, Pete. Anything else?
Without sticking my tongue up your bum.
I'll put my tongue up your bum if you want. I'm fine either way.
I'm keeping my tongue to myself.
Well,
as long as there's a tongue and a bum, I'm in.
Oh my God. I just wanted to...
Terrible. Yeah, go on.
Just to, everyone can talk about what they want when they bring you guys, so I thought I'd do the same thing. So I've literally spent the evening with some friends tonight, right? People that I've spent, that I've known longer than I've not known before, right?
Yeah.
One of them tonight has said that everything is predetermined. So the fact that they were here tonight, it was always going to happen.
Yep.
We disagreed. And I just wanted to know how you felt about that.
Man, that is a heavy and a brilliant...
It's heavy. Great. I know there's
but we finish it. The show finishes in 2 minutes' time.
And this is a classic end of the night conversation, isn't it?
This is a great phone call, man. I wish you'd phoned in at about 11:30 or 12 or something. This is a great... there is a growing number within the scientific community that believe we do not have free will. It's not quite the same as everything being predetermined, but there are a number of psychologists who think we do not have free will.
Yeah, and that you're kidding yourself if you think you're making choices.
I think that's awful, right? Because there were three of us here that we've known each other longer than we've not known each other, and there were two of us here saying, yeah, we definitely chose to be here, and one of us was like, well, maybe, it wasn't my fault that I'm here, it's somebody else's fault that I'm here.
Yeah.
We're like, well, yeah, and he's like, well, I'm an atheist. Well,
atheism has got nothing to do with it, right? There is we got to end in a minute. You should have called up earlier, Pete, but I suspect you're a little bit boozy as well, sir. There are a growing number of psychiatrists who think that we do not have any free will, that all this stuff we do, and then afterwards, we fill in the story. Oh, the reason that I'm touching this microphone here is because it feels nice to touch it while I'm talking to you. No, I found myself, the reason I ate a cheese sandwich earlier on is because I really fancied one. No, it was...
Thank you, exactly.
No.
That's exactly it.
No, it's not. No, but I don't know if that's true.
I can't believe that somebody else has decided that I'm going to have a cheese sandwich or I'm not going to have a cheese sandwich or I'm going to phone up and talk to you guys. Nah. Or I'm going to listen to you when you're on BBC Three Counties, whatever. I'm not.
How much have you had to drink tonight, Peter?
A fair bit.
Good lad. Give us a call tomorrow when you're sober.
Lovely.
Thank you, mate. Hey, Darryl.
Hello there.
There we go.
Peter's that guy that you run into at sort of 3 a.m. in the kitchen of a party, isn't he? And just sort of blows your mind a little bit.
This is why I don't go to parties.
Wow, where have you come from?
Darryl, just came in for a refill.
I want you to say hello. We've got 5820. I want you to say hello to our friend Sheila on the line.
Hello, Sheila.
Hello.
And you're going to tell Sheila what is on your show tonight. You've got to sell it to Sheila.
Okay. Hi, Sheila. Okay, if you stay with me after 1 o'clock, Sheila, we're going to talk about really weird jobs that are real jobs. Domino's are looking for a garlic bread tester, Sheila. Is that your bag? Is that your thing?
Yeah, I'll do that.
You'd be up for that?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that. Also, some Greta Thunberg chat as well, because what is Late Night Talk Radio without some chat about Greta Thunberg? Yeah. We're also going to find out why 100 dolphins have wound up dead on a beach.
Fast.
Oh.
Sorry, Sheila?
He's so fast.
Because he's got
really fast.
I'm very much
towards
against
the end of the
clock.
show.
Very much against the clock.
Okay.
So shush.
We'll do that. We'll also get into Experts Corner. So if you've got a tech question, Sheila, about something about the technology or the future, because it's a future.
About Twitter.
Yeah? Do it right now. Say it in 10 seconds.
Okay. How do you set up a new Twitter?
Oh, that's very basic.
What question is that? Darryl is coming up next. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Catherine. We'll be back tonight at 10. This is Talk Radio.
This is Talk Radio.